Sunday with me playing Super Metroid. And I see I already got comments, and I have no clue what you're talking about, JoJo. And by the way, regarding that pizza, I finished off the rest of that pizza stuff you sent me, so thank you very much for that. Now I've got to lose the weight. No, seriously, thank you. So thanks for joining me again, guys. We are playing Super Metroid once again, part two. And we, at this very point, are in this tower thingamajig or whatever it's called, and we are backtracking. Yes, I'm backtracking because I want to get prepared for the next battle. It's supposed to be on a little crash ship, and it's kind of it's a really good part of the game, but that enemy is very hard. In fact, I think that enemy is one of the hardest parts of the game if you don't have the power up. So I'm backtracking stuff that I know I missed. So that's what I'm doing. Again, thanks for joining me. All right. And I'm drinking coffee this late too because I got to get stimulated. I took like 3 naps today. I just kept sleeping today. I guess I must have needed. It's been one rough week. Well, it's just been, not rough. Rough's a inaccurate word. I'd just say it's been a very busy week. Lots of things going on. A lot of stuff going on in my personal life. And whew, crazy. Really crazy. But life's crazy, you know. So I'm going to defeat the cactus with legs, as someone called it last time. Hey, Carrie, thanks for joining. Alright. Let's defeat these long leg guys here, whatever they're called. Alright. I think I go through this thing that sucks me off. No pun intended. Ha ha. Well, those things really do. I guess they eat me. I guess that was the wrong terminology. I'll show you. I'm willing to take the hit for the team here. Watch. Whoops. Hold on. Where are they? Well, I guess I can't. Usually, if you go down here, they're eating me. You know, they like to eat. So. Oh, thanks again, JoJo. Yeah, it's just one of those days. It's actually been here very cool today. Very cool for this time of the year, and I absolutely love it being pretty cool. You know, if it gets in the 90s and hundreds and it's humid, yuck, too hot for me. I got to go to the pool or something like that. But oh no, I'm getting eaten again. It's eating me alive. Oh, fuck. All right, there we go. There we go. It's not gonna eat me twice. Alright, I'm gonna go for I'm gonna go all the way back and get the X-ray because I got the power bombs. So as you know, as some of you guys might know, Metroid is non-linear, meaning you gotta backtrack, you gotta go everywhere. You know, most games in the modern age are like this, but back then these games were not as common. So if you don't like exploring around and stuff like that, this game is not for you, my friend. But if you do, this game is certainly one of the best games to play. And it's not too overwhelming either, because some games are just like too much. You know, too much is too much. I'm going to use my famous finger beam to traverse across. It's technically called a grapple beam, but you know what I mean. I did a little short on my channel, finger beam. So any of these little odds and ends things I do, I'm gonna make a short out of it. So for good memories. That way I'll have a compilation of all these good memories. You know, people that don't normally watch my channel probably be like, "What in the hell is he talking about?" But it's mostly for you guys and for me for good memories. So I got the X-ray beam so I can see through people's clothes and stuff like that. Really cool stuff. Yes, very JoJo. Yes, JoJo. It's very nostalgic. Let me just go down here for a reason, just to fill out the map. Ooh, freeze them. Ah! Finger beam, finger beam, finger. Oh, we're gonna go down here. So if there's little glow things, the more you kill them, the more darker the room gets. So it can get kind of spooky. And plus, mostly you just can't see anything, so. And my energy is not looking good, guys. Not looking good. I took too much damage in that room. I don't feel like getting that power bomb. Alright, let's continue. I ought to just start coming up with names for these things. Flying fairy things? Or flying ghouls? We'll call them this. Well, aloha. Thanks for dropping in, Teardrops. Alright, now we can now go back. Earlier we couldn't be able to go back, but now we can. Because I could run. There is an ability Samus has, and it's called the moonwalk. So, like Michael Jackson, you can actually do the moonwalk. But I don't remember how to do it. How to do that moonwalk. Is this? No. Let's see. There's the flying ghoul things. Oh, I'm an idiot. Alright, now we can go in here. Let's see what's... I think it's just an item in here. Voltar, what's up, dude? Thanks for dropping in. Alright. More of them long leg guys. My energy's really low. Power bomb. Got the power bomb. Another power bomb. So how are you guys doing tonight? What's going on with you guys? Anything exciting for this holiday? Did y'all get into any fun last night? Let's see. You get an energy tank. Yes, it's still there. It's like that in the original. This is like almost a complete mock-up of the original Metroid game on Nintendo, and that's the same energy tank in the same location. There is an item up here as well, but if I'm not mistaken, I need the a suit to be able to really traverse and get the item up there. So I'm going to bypass that for now. I'm going to go up. Normally, a lot of people, after they defeat Kraid, will go right to the ship. I don't want to go right to the ship because that thing will kick my butt. I just like to sort of, get bulking up here, lifting, building that muscle. In other words, getting items and stuff. Extra missiles and extra energy tanks and things like that. Just defeated the praying mantis things here. Alright. And we should get another power bomb. Oh no, it's a missile. Okay. I really wish they would just blip up, you got a missile. They don't need to stop the whole thing saying, congratulations, you got a missile. Zelda does that too. It's very annoying. I think it was particularly in the Wind Waker, on Legend of Zelda Wind Waker, every time I got a rupee, I collected a big rupee, it would tell me that, like, yes, I know how much a yellow rupee is, yes, I know how much a purple rupee is, so don't stop the whole screen, and, it's ridiculous. It's ridiculousness. There is an item somewhere to the right of this wall, if I'm not mistaken. I think it's down more. Oh. What? Bringing in June TD celebration by playing new turtles and eating pizza. Ah, oh, pizza. It came out. The Ninja Turtles game came out. Oh, dude. I should be playing that. Maybe next time. Yes, I am on the. I'm gonna look over here and play. Um, I'm on a 3-day weekend as well. 3-day weekend. It's nice, much needed. But I may be going in hiatus pretty soon. Um, I'll get into that in a little bit. A lot of things are changing in my life, which it's change is good. You know, I want to say change is a good thing, but it's just change is very difficult to. It's like you can say, oh yeah, I want to change, but it's the act of going through the change that is always difficult. The stages and stuff like that, and you know, it's very, you know, for example, one of the changes in this case is moving. And everyone knows moving sucks. Moving is never a pleasant experience, no matter who you are, no matter how much stuff you even have. You still could have very minimal stuff, but still moving sucks. It's not just the act of just moving. It's, you know, you got to move to a new area and you got to adjust. You also worry about the area you move to. Is it going to be good? Is it going to be bad? Things like that. So, I agree, Teardrops. I should play that turtle game. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited now. Thank you. Thank you so much for bringing that up. I completely fell out of the loop on that. I'm going to save it in this in Samus's ship right here. So Teardrop says, I'm in Hawaii for my cousin's wedding. Aloha. That will start in 2 hours. Became the coordinator once I got off the plane. Oh my gosh, dude. Once you got off the plane, you suddenly became the coordinator for the wedding? Or did you already know about that? Because that's kind of like surprise, you know. I appreciate it, Teardrops. It's going to be something, that's for sure. But I try to be positive, and that's all you can do. All you can do is be positive. Maybe not at the moment when you're actually moving. You're like, I damaged my dresser. I did this, you know, and you know, it's just, you know, I'm right now. What I'm doing is I'm putting it all in a storage unit, you know, and because I'm not sure where I'm moving next. I have an idea where I'm moving next. So right now I'm looking to move south. That may not be. It may not be south. I don't know where you expect, but right now my eyes are fixed south of here. And I've been looking at some great deals, some more affordable housing and stuff for me. Because right here, this place is just gone too expensive. There are some good places to find, don't get me wrong, but there you might find a cheap place, and you thought, oh, that's a great deal, and then you realize, like, oh, there's a reason why it's cheap, because of X, Y, Z. It's not in a good neighborhood, or the place is literally falling apart, you know. But it's hard to jump on places. It was before, you know, when you got to jump on a place to get it before someone else takes it. But it's really bad now. It's, you know, so I gotta jump on it when I. So if I go to it, shoot, okay, this is unexpected. Let me see something. I get notifications over Twitch. It's kind of funny. Let's see who else I'm following is. Oh, I don't know. Anyway. I get notification when I see like someone on Twitch is twitching. So let's just quit bombing it. Oh, I don't want to keep bombing everybody. All right, so I can go back around again to get the other item, but I'm not this time. I'm just gonna go down to an area called Brinstar. I was already there earlier in the game, but now because I have so much other items, I can explore more of the area and get some extra, you know, bonuses and stuff, add-ons. I'm not going in that door. That door I will go at the end of the game. These look like brain things to me. It's kind of gross. I thought those things were really gross. Very gross. Let's get on the elevator. Okay, while I'm on the elevator, I'm going to take some comments. Yeah, Volchar, those moving things suck. Teardrop says, because the people that are supposed to help at the last minute had to change plans. I'm sorry, Teardrops. I mean, you can always drop off and just focus on that wedding. That seems a lot more important than this. So I hope that wedding goes well for you. I really do. Really do. Well, what is up, K-Red, and what is up, Marsh? Thank you for joining. I am playing, as last time, Metroid. Super Metroid, to be exact. Where there literally is a Super Metroid in this game. Literally. It's a super-sized Metroid. As well as the little baby Metroids. Vulture says, if you go south, you might want to check out North Carolina for some of the more liberal places. Like, you know, Vulture, that's exactly where I was looking. You are psychic, dude. I was looking, mainly the reason why I'm looking in those areas is because I'm not looking exactly to move in Durham or Raleigh or Greensboro. I'm looking more in terms of it's just more affordable, and I'm looking to move in more of a smaller town outside those areas. But another reason is there's a lot of gay men that live in those areas, and it would be more opportunity for me dating. There's literally like no one here to date, you know, and there's not a lot of opportunities. There is college students, but they're way too young. They're too young. Some of them want to go on a date with me, but I'm sorry, I don't know. I don't understand this, but I'm trying not to be. I'm really bitchy tonight. I'm sorry if I'm complaining too much, but I'm not interested in dating like an 18-year-old. I'm just not. I don't know why they go after an older person like me. Maybe it's a daddy thing. I don't, which is fine. That's cool. But I'm not really into college students that much. I'm more into 30-year-olds. Maybe late 20s are fine. But I forgot about this. Cool. My goal is to date, you know, a lot of 30-year-olds and, you know, maybe 40-year-olds, but mostly just what I'm saying is peers, people my age. That's what I'm trying to get at. And a lot of those people are in those cities or in those areas, in the suburbs and stuff like that. And that's great. You know, I would like to get more involved with the community, like the gay community. There really isn't a gay community here. It's just non-existent, you know. Okay, so Carrie says, well, I can always use a fellow housemate. I have a spare room and potentially 2 open rooms in October if you are comfortable moving south to North Carolina. Unfortunately, it's not October. I gotta move, like, it's imminent. I have to move, and it's gonna be very soon. Teardrop said, it's all good. You and the group here keeps me happy. Well, good. Well, I mean, you got a big position. You're organizing this wedding, and it's critical. It's critical. Weddings are so important to your cousin, and you know, I'm sure you know that. He knows. That's just so cool. I'm really happy for you, and congratulations to your cuz. You know what's embarrassing to say? I have never been to a wedding in my entire life. Never have. Never been to a wedding. Okay, now this is the track. It's a trap. I need that meme, that Star Wars meme. Stop, it's a trap. Okay. Or he just says it's a trap. Okay, it's okay. Whew. All right, Walter says you don't want to be anyone's sugar daddy. I get it. I'm in the same boat, man. Yes. Well, I mean, that's not, I mean, you really want, even if I do, let's just say I end up dating a 19-year-old, for some reason, and this is my opinion on it, when you're 18 and 19, you change so much between 18 and 25. After 25, I in my opinion, I'm not a psychologist or anything like that, I feel like you slow down as far as changing. You're a lot more mature. By the time you hit your late 20s, you're pretty mature. We change through our life, and I feel like we still continue to ripen thereafter. But I feel like the main things are out of the way, and you're not as gullible. You're very intelligent. You know, you're knowledgeable, and that's the big thing I noticed. Like by the time people are in their 30s, it's just they're incredibly stable. I'm not saying 18-year-olds are not stable. I'm just saying, well, a lot of them aren't stable, but I'm just saying that they got a lot of things to learn in life. They got a lot of stuff to go, you know, to move through and get past. And it's just the thing we all go through. But I don't treat 18-year-olds like children, though. That is one thing I make sure, because when I was 18, I hated being talked down to and treated like a kid. That drove me nuts. But I do realize, and I was just very young when I was 18. I was very immature, and it was emotionally immature. And don't get me wrong, there could be 40-year-olds that are emotionally immature, but I just feel like for the most part, people got their brains set. Yes! Oh, that is so hard to get. I do so much better streaming. I don't know. Maybe it's adrenaline you guys are giving me. So Jojo, you never been to a wedding either? Okay, you guys are like me. I thought I was the only one because like one of my friends says you've never been to a wedding. Like, what's wrong with you? I'm like, okay, good. I'm not the only one. Whew. See, like my brothers and sister, they never had a wedding. They just went down to the courthouse and got the paper signed and stuff because, you know, weddings cost money and stuff, and you know, weddings can be pretty expensive. I mean, they could be cheap if you wanted to, but I think maybe it's not necessarily the cost. It may mean that it's just we don't value a wedding. I'm not too sure. Okay, I see some math going on up here. I'm scared. I shouldn't be scared because I'm an IT guy. So Carrie says, I do have a spare room though. Damn it, I lost it, sorry. I'm common, including age rate. I don't date babies. Okay, I understand it. The maturity, it's a maturity factor. Carrie said there's a lot of maturing to go through. Carrie was agreeing to that. Marsh said, why times 10? Why minus 3? My math equation for dating. Y being the age. And my preference, though, I keep an open to mind to dating. So I'm trying to understand. I'm trying to wrap my brain around the math there. And the Kara says, Forrest Gump said it best. Life is like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're going to get. That is true. Actually, his mom said it. His mother said that. I personally don't, and then Teardrop says, I personally don't want to date too young. Maturity level is so high. However, there are many older individuals where their maturity is a 19-year-old or younger. Absolutely. And also, you know, I'm just going to add to this. You can date a 19-year-old that is way beyond their years and extremely mature. And I'm not trying to pass judgment on someone and be ageist. It is possible, but you can't help if you're mature or not when you're at that age. That's just the way it is. But there are 19-year-olds that are extremely mature. They do exist. So Volchar said they are not stable and mature all the time in their 30s, but you are right to some degree. There is a thing in our community called the Peter Pan syndrome. Yes, I've heard of it. K-Red says someone young like 18 or 19 date older, experiment, and act as if they are an older person. Marsh says, wait, why plus 10? I messed up. Oh, okay, well, it's already going off the comment screens. I have to revisit it later. Because I was like, times 10, you know, you said the multiples. I'm like, ooh, so if you date a 5-year-old times 10, like, that's like, I was starting to question you there. But I get you, dude, I get you. I understand what you're saying. That's kind of my equation there. I like to stay within 5 years, 5-10 years around my age group is fine. I would prefer to date someone exactly my age, but that really should not matter, you know. It's so funny. I know what to do and everything. So, still playing Super Metroid, as you can see. I'm still just going through this, getting little levels up, getting ready for a great battle with this, I don't know what in the hell it's called, Phantoon and the ship. One of my favorite parts of the game. Shoot. Oh, cool. I got help. K-Red says he's not ageist either. Cool. Being ageist is mean. I've been a victim of ageist. I'm sure being discriminated against over your age. I have. Um, the first time I experienced it when I was 18. You know, they say, "Oh, you're just a baby. You're not going drinking with us," and all that kind of stuff. And that really made me mad because I felt in some ways I may have been unstable, but other ways I was definitely mature. I never drank and drive. Even when I did drink at 18, I never. Well, there was one time, but I was just tipsy, so I rarely did that. I was very responsible about driving, and not because cops will get me, because I didn't want to kill somebody. I didn't drive for the right reason. And one of my friends, when I was 18, he drove home from the, he was 21. He drove home from the bar and he wrecked his Jeep and it flipped over and it threw him out. And if he was buckled up, which he was not, he would have been dead. So sometimes buckling up saves your life, but there are those rare moments where it does not save your life. So I'm not trying to say don't buckle up, but I'm just saying sometimes things happen for a reason, I guess, you know. So it says, Carrie says, by 30, there is a natural experiment. By 30, there is a natural mental and social maturity from experiences, and people develop that is normally achieved. And K rested, if there's no relativity for me, then they're gone. I understand it's got to be there. If it's not, that connection and all that's not there, then, you know, I have that. Oh, I can't go down this room yet. Okay. Going back. Jojo said, it kind of blows my mind that you still remember most of these power-ups. I'm surprised. I don't know why. I can't remember hardly anything yesterday, but I can remember video games and where everything is. Maybe because growing up, you know, I liked. Okay, so when this game came out, I was very little. And there was two things I only did. I didn't study books. I hated school so bad. I either went to the park, did sports, and did that. I lived next to a park. I always went there and played sports with the other kids, or I stayed at home and played video games. You know, so I was kind of a shy kid, but I still liked to socialize and play with other kids. But but this is what I did. I kind of got worse as I got, like, by the time I was 14, I really, really slid backwards. I just was like in love with video games, and I felt that was some people had like idols growing up and stuff like that. All my idols were fictitious. They weren't real. You know, when you say, oh, this Final Fantasy character is my idol growing up, he's so cool. I didn't have any, like most people say musicians or athletes and stuff like that. Everyone used to say Michael Jordan, and I thought, well, yeah, Michael Jordan is the coolest guy, in the 90s, when I grew up, 90s and 2000s. But anyway, I digress. What were we talking about now? Okay, Marsh says, I think maturity has a lot to do with the state of mind. I've met older and younger people that haven't been able to grow emotionally or mentally. And that's interesting you bring that up. And I wonder why. I wonder why that's the case. And, I'm not trying to bash, like, particularly the gay community, but I noticed that a lot of gay men, like, I don't know if they've just been so repressed and all that, but I feel like, especially in their 40s, I've seen some very immature 40-year-olds that are just acting like adolescents, and I'm not sure why that's the case. I mean, I'm not really good at reading people and understanding people, but I just don't know. All right, let's see what we're gonna do. I don't want to go down to Norfair, and I'm not going to Meridia or whatever it's called. So we're going to continue the game now. Finally, I feel pretty buffed up. Feel jacked. So we're gonna go. All that working out paid off there. Actually, I don't think I've ever been this good going into Fantune. I better not blow it. Okay. Oh gosh, Shaquille O'Neal. I did not like Shaquille O'Neal. Sorry, just the center. He could barely get a 2 pointer, as if, you know. Sorry, I'm not trying to be mean. Shaquille O'Neal is a really great guy. He's got a good personality. He's he's now the commercial king these days. But I mean, when you put him up next to like this is the '90s here, you know, and you know you put him up to other people, you know, like Michael Jordan. It's like you can't. No, no. But I just remember he's more just always Shaquille O'Neal. I feel like was always more involved with everything. You know, he was the one to be in movies a lot, and you know, Kazam. d- Don't mention that movie again. I was such a way more of a Michael Jordan fanboy. Like you know, Space Jam. I never saw the new Space Jam, by the way, but I just don't want to go down there. So Carrie says, yeah, I find myself really just listening to things my workmates talk about at work because it's so far removed. And, you know, Carrie, I always wonder, like, I'm in the same boat, right? Exactly what you're saying. Like, I hear people at work talking about things, but it's just not interesting to me. And I don't know what to say. It's just maybe like lack of commonality. And also, I'm not just a person that just talks. Like, I can't talk about or anything. I'm more of like, the only way to get me to talk is if there's something like you have something interesting, like something in common, like, oh yeah, I play that game too, I do this. And I think people get overwhelmed because I get really chatty because it used to be kind of being more quieter. And it's like if I have something in common, they're kind of like, this guy's talking suddenly. And I remember in high school I had some really bad friends, and I'm so sorry, I'm not trying to be mean, but to them, they're not watching so we can talk about them. But I remember I was so excited I had something in common with one of my friends, and I was talking a lot about it, like blah 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 blah. Did you do this? Did you do this? Did you? It was a video game, and the person's like, "Why are you talking to me suddenly so much?" It made me so self-conscious, and it's like because my nerd side really kicked in, and I was just ecstatic, you know, that I had something in common. It just pissed me off, and I have social anxiety, which you know it doesn't make it easier, you know. Um, or was it or K-Red, or was it Shazam? I forget. Oh, what is that? The Mandela effect? The what it was called? Um, no one remembers him being a good player. Well, he got credit for, you know, he's a good old dunker, you know, center. Okay, so Carrie said my movies were Conan the Barbarian and Terminator, both Arnold Schwarzenegger movies. Do you like him? Mm-hmm. Do you have a thing for him, Carrie? No, I'm just picking on you. I thought the coolest movies as a kid, and I wasn't supposed to watch it at my age, was, you know, Terminator 2. I thought that was such a cool movie, and I thought Arnold was the coolest guy because kids liked action heroes when I was little. They were like the coolest people, you know. Even though Arnold is not the best actor, to say the least, he was in some very good movies. Also, like Total Recall, not the new one, the one that came out in the early '90s. I love that movie. That's really good. I think the idea of recall and memory implants and going to Mars, meeting Guado, and oh my gosh, Quaid, start the reactor. All right, see if we can get this bad boy in. Ah, you bitch. Didn't get it. I gotta go all the way back again. Okay, Red says high school sucks. Yeah, it does. Some people, I met one girl I worked with, and she absolutely loved high school. She'd do anything to go back to it. I'd be like, if I were to go back to it, I would But this can be said for a lot of things. If you could go back in the past, would you change things? And I think most people would say yes, because, and it doesn't make sense because we've learned so much because of our bad experiences in our past. It shaped us who we are now. So it doesn't make any sense to go back in the past to change it, because the past is what made us who we are today. It gave us those tools, whether they were good or bad. And there may be some things that were probably better, like if you were abused as a child and stuff like that. That one might be a good thing to to remove from your past if you could stop it. I always think of that movie with like the most attractive guy in the world. Oh my God, I'm having a brain fart. What's his name? He was in the Butterfly Effect. It's such a cool thing. It was such a cool idea. Where he tried to Ashton Kutcher. That's his name, Ashton Kutcher. I think he's one of the most attractive celebrities, by the way. He would go back in the past, or it was a butterfly effect. He kept going in the past trying to change things and stuff like that. If you change this, does this work? And if you do this, what happens here and stuff like this. So, but anyway, let's move on to the next one after high school. Teardrop says, I'm a big fan of. I'm not a big fan of high school. College was much better. Too same. College was way better. I didn't have the best college experience because when I went back to school, I wasn't a traditional student, but still it was light years better because I think mentally I was definitely ready for college, mentally, and and I met some really nice people there. People weren't mean to me in college. They were nice to me. Oh, I think I got a face that, I don't know what I'm doing up here. I got to go down. Ashton Kutcher, yuck. I loved his... Yuck? Oh, come on. I guess I'm the only one that likes him. Alright. Well, I didn't like him in, Dude, Where's My Car and stuff. I hated him then. He was so annoying. But as he matured, as he got older, I find him more and more attractive. So... I don't like Zac Efron. I think he's gross, but there's a lot of people that like him. I don't like, what's his name, Chris Hemsworth or whatever, Thor. I don't like him, but everyone's attracted to him. I'm not. K-Rose says, I loved Arnold in Kindergarten Cop. I did too. My favorite scene in that one is he was yelling at this little girl. He wouldn't put her toy down, and he goes, "You will put it down now." Good movie. Last Action Hero. Yep, I remember that one too. I saw pretty much all of Arnold's movies. I saw most of his. There's a few that I just couldn't finish. All right, let's deal with this little shithead. I just don't know if I have a good strategy defeating him, but he's really irritating. There's a little shit. Yeah, don't use super missiles on him because you're just going to waste them. Well, maybe you could if you have a lot of them, but I'm just... He seems much easier this time for me. Probably because I'm more ready. You bitch! Die. Okay, so Marsh says, Ashton's alright. Alright, dude. He's not great. I think he's absolutely good looking. Darn you all. So Vultures of high school had its moments, but college was so much better. I made really good friends. Ooh, sorry, I'm getting a little distracted with this. Die, you bitch! Oh god. It says, I made really good friends who are still with me to this very day. In fact, I was playing new Turtles game. See, I lost all my friends. One of them passed away. One of my best friends passed away. You know, sex, drugs, and rock and roll does not last in your 30s. Damn it. He's really getting me. Okay. How about... Sorry, I'm not mad at you. I'm just this... Yeah, I'm facing Fantoon. Thank you. See, if I didn't get those power ups and things like I did, he would have killed me. There's no doubt in my mind. Plus, I was kind of sloppy. This is cool. That's so cool. He's one of my favorite bosses in the game, I think. As I've gotten older, I like this guy. He's one of my favorite. He's made reappearances in following Metroid games, so really cool. I don't like Luke Perry at all. I just don't find him attractive. It's like I don't find Matthew McConaughey attractive. I don't like him at all. I just don't like him. I mean, he's a good-looking person. I don't know. I have this conflict. And then you also say Jason Priestley and Brian Austin Green. And then Teardrops' Butterfly Effect. I think it was more of a breakout performance. Saw him as a mature actor. Yes, and that's when I started to really like him, was that movie. I was much younger. Yeah, I went to see that in theaters. So, yeah, really cool. I think if you have a brain, then that makes sense. You attract someone to actually have a conversation and reach the same level. I think Ashton Kutcher is more mature now. Of course he is. He's like way more mature. He's a little he's got an interesting personality, but you know, he can be really enthusiastic about some of his roles. It cracks me up sometimes. I remember when he got really ecstatic when he was doing Steve Jobs, and he went really crazy with it. And he was, I think it was at the MTV, or no, it was a Nickelodeon Awards, or was it MTV Awards or something. He's really enthusiastic about it. I'm like, okay, it's like it gave him epiphany or whatever. It changed his view on life, and that's great. He just gets so excited, you know how Tom Cruise gets kind of excited, you know, about some things, and he's kind of the same way. Teardrop says, okay, you and me both, Matt. I don't consider myself old, however, lost many family and friends in just 6 years. I'm so sorry again, Teardrops, about those losses. Let's see if we get a bomb here. Here we go. Luke Perry had a bad boy effect in a sexy way. Wait, wasn't he that, ooh. That's pretty gross. Look at the blood on that. Wasn't Luke Perry? I think he was in Oz. I love that prison show. I think he was. He was like the preacher or something like that. And his death was quite horrific. I love that show, Oz. It's an old show. Came on HBO, prison show. Really, really good show. I'd rather die than go to that prison. That show scares me, but it had some really interesting sex scenes in it, that's for sure. Let's not go there yet. Let's go up here. They made a second Butterfly Effect? They did, huh? I liked the actor in that movie, however, the storyline was not as strong. Okay. Was it a B movie? Bolter says, I can't see Ashton Kutcher as attractive. He gives me this annoying big brother vibes than anything sexy. Okay. Oh, you gotta like that. He's very brotherly. I think for me, he was just annoying. Like before, like the Butterfly Effect movie and all that. I think he was just, dude, where's my car? And he was that 70s show. He was that irritating. I forgot what his name was on that 70s show, but it was a bit. He was annoying. I'm surprised he took off. I think that he was a model and he was a very attractive guy, in my opinion. That's subjective, but I think that's what really got him further. But he was not. His characters he played, it was so annoying, and that's how I thought he would never go far. I was like, this guy's just gonna be he's just got good looks, and then once that some of his other movies he played, I liked them. I personally liked them, and yes, its aesthetics was really drawing me into that, but his acting, I felt like maybe it was his roles again was much more mature. So, but anyway, Danger Will Robinson, Danger Will Robinson. Looks like one of them robots from like the 1950s or something. I always thought it's kind of cheesy, like, oh, so yeah, it says, K-Res says, yeah, Luke Perry was in Riverdale too, Matt. Watch the Hallmark Channel. Got some. My mom watches the Hallmark Channel all the time, and it's a little too fantasy for me because not everybody looks like they're out of a Christmas card. I think it's like women like to, or some men might to live their fantasies through those. Unbelievable. So how does it go? How does it go? On a Hallmark movie, I watched one with Mom 2 years ago, and I said, let me guess, there's going to be some beautiful girl from very successful woman comes back to town to find an old boyfriend, or someone she knew from a long time ago and broke up, and she's currently married to an awful husband, and somehow she ends up drifting away from him and then from the husband, and she goes after that boyfriend, right? Or goes after that guy, right? And they get together, but then they break up, and then they get back together again, and then she ends up divorcing her husband. It's always something like that, or something similar to it, Let me just go through. I don't think I'm supposed to go through the store yet. My favorite actor back in the day was Patrick Swayze. Oh yeah. He's a big actor. So I know that name. I just think of every time I hear Patrick Swayze, I always think of the '80s movies like Dirty Dancing and stuff like that, and the movie Ghost. I think of that movie. I don't really watch much movies with Patrick Swayze. I just know of the Ghost movie, and I think Dirty Dancing. Yeah, Dirty Dancing. I've never watched that since I was like a kid, and I didn't know what was going on. So, yeah, and Carrie said Ghost. Okay, yeah. He beat me to it. And Kara says, I like the movie Wong Fu. Thanks for everything, Julie Newmer. And Bolter says, speaking of Steve. Well, hold on. I gotta actually focus here. Sorry, guys. Let's get off the spikes. Alright, come on. This is cool. This is like, you see this kind of stuff, well, a little bit like this in Metroid Prime. So, really cool. Steve Milani, now he was a hottie back in his day, especially that butt of his. Jonas has definitely just described every Hallmark movie in 20 seconds. No kidding. They're always the same. It's always the same. They're always extremely good-looking people on top of it. Like, people you'll never, ever see in real life. Like, never. Hell, you go down Hollywood Boulevard, you still won't see people like that, Really good-looking people. But the thing is, you don't normally see a lot of those people in normal, like, Hollywood movies and stuff. So, I just thought that was kind of interesting. Wong Fu was a movie about drag queens. Never heard of it. Never heard of it. Patrick Swayze was on SNL. YouTube him with Chris Farley. I think I remember him doing the monologue. Patrick Swayze came out, and then Chris Farley was like shirtless and doing his dancing or something like that. I think it was the monologue or something. But Chris Farley, I actually liked Chris Farley. A lot of people didn't like him during that time. I actually thought he was awesome. Let's just go through here and there and there. Now, there we go. You bitch. All right, there we go. Let's try one more time. Got to kneel down. There we go. Okay, cool. No. We're gonna get it. We're gonna get it. That actually takes my energy, by the way. Cool. All right. We're gonna backtrack now. And we're gonna get out of this shithole. We're done with the ship. Well, we actually got to go through this ship. I'm done with this ship. Okay. Andy Samberg is a modern crush for you. Cool. Cool. And just to let you guys know, I got the gravity suit, which means I can easily traverse underwater. Really cool. I'm going back in the ship one last time. I think I'm going to save it, and we're going to a new region in Planet Zebus. Wong Fu stars Patrick Swayze, Wesley Snipes, and John whatever. I don't know how to say that. I'm sorry. I'm ignorant to celebrities and stuff like that, so I do apologize. With that being said, all right. Ignorance is bliss. No, I'm joking. So they portray drag queens going a road trip to some competition, I believe, but dealt with a lot of BS. When did that movie come out? That sounds so familiar. I remember a movie my mom watched. It had dealt with a lot of drag queens in it. It had some boy in it or something, some kid. I don't know. Maybe that was it. That was from the 90s. Okay. Got the energy tank. Okay, then I've seen the movie. Well, I seen it as a kid with my mom, and it was different, that's for sure. I didn't quite understand it. My mom watched. I couldn't. My mom's like, well, that was. I don't know. My mom said something a little not hateful towards it. Mom said, well, that was strange. So, you gotta remember, my mom's a Christian Southern woman, but my mom has her open-mindedness occasionally. So I mean, from time to time. Carrie said, I did see the movie, but I barely remember it. So yeah, old movie. I remember The Birdcage. I like that movie. That was pretty good with Robin Williams and what's that other guy? I thought that was pretty good. Very good. That I can watch again. That was funny as shit. See any other gay movies? I'm trying to think. I don't know any other mainstream ones. There's a lot of underground gay movies that aren't really popular because, you know, they're just straight people don't want to watch it. It's not interesting to them, and that's okay. But gay people want to watch it. I mean, to be honest, I mean, I don't really ever see a gay movie. Very rarely, if ever, going mainstream. I mean, there were a few that was like there was a few that were big, but I don't know why. I'm thinking from a marketing perspective, why straight people would want to see them. You know, people want to watch things they can relate to, and I know it sounds terrible and very conservative minded, but it's the truth. You know. I mean, I think it's definitely awesome to see. I feel great, happy seeing it, you know, when I get to see these kind of gay movies and stuff. But, you know, I don't expect to ever see that. You know, I always expect every hero to be that meets a certain criteria, and you know. You're gonna watch it, Teardrops. Did you see The Shining? Did you see The Shining? Teardrops. Not the TV show or whatever. I think there was a sequel too. I think it's good. I think it's a good movie. I mean, you live in Nevada, so you know it takes place on the West Coast. Well, it takes place in Colorado. It's not really in Colorado. I think it's filmed in London, and the outside's filmed in that hotel in Oregon. So, but really, really cool. It's not truly the Outlook Hotel that it's in Colorado or whatever, but it's just really, it's such a good movie. I don't know, you all kind of were laughing at me saying that last time about The Shining, but it's a good movie. So, good movie. All right, let's just see if we get through here. There he is. That's how we get out of this. I love this theme, by the way. That was a pretty good theme. And the music we just heard. All right. The ending stayed with me. Okay, so let's get back. So, I got a lot of catching up to do. Okay, let me read them. So it says that we sat together and watched Rocketeer, Drop Dead Fred, and Beetlejuice. Beetlejuice. Okay, so cool. Just for you, Matt, I will watch The Shining. One Robin Williams movie liked was Patch. I've never seen Patch. Never seen that. Never heard of it. And I've seen a hell of a lot of Robin Williams films. I think the creepiest one for me was 1 Hour Photo. That one creeped me out. He was really creepy in that one. I remember mostly as a kid, and he was always a fun comedian, happy and all that kind of stuff, making everyone laugh. But he's really good at some of them other movies. Very serious. Can be a very serious actor. Carrie says, I sat and watched Brokeback Mountain while I was deployed in Iraq. Wow. I didn't know you were in Iraq. That's cool. My older brother had 2 tours in Iraq. And my other older brother toured Afghanistan once. So really cool. Thank you for serving. Appreciate it. Protecting our freedom, man. Let's see. Okay, so Teardrop says the first gay-themed movie I saw in theaters was Later Days. Ooh, I don't want to get sucked down with that thing. Okay. Never heard of it. Or I think I've heard, maybe I did, I don't know. Coneheads. I just thought Coneheads just now. What did you do to your cone? That's a funny movie. It's funny as shit. Dan Aykroyd as the... I just like Dan Aykroyd as the Conehead. It's just something about him doing that movie. But anyway, I digress. What we're talking about now. There was a movie called Trick. It starred Christian Campbell, and he is Nev Campbell's brother in real life. And it's one of the first sexualized movies I saw. Well, cool. Interesting. So, Dead Poets Society. Okay. I saw the Dead Poets Society. This is going to be hard for me. I know I bring this shit up every time I do a stream. You mentioned Dead Poets Society, and I about cried hearing that, because that movie, I was watching Dead Poets Society when at least that night, one night I was watching Dead Poet Society, and I remember Robin Williams, I think it was, he was the teacher, and he was teaching the students the Latin, I think it's a Latin meaning, carpe diem, means seize the day or whatever, seize the day. And I was going to send my twin brother, who was battling cancer, I was going to text him the next morning and give him pictures of carpe diem. but he passed away the very next morning. So that was the last movie I saw, The Dead Poet Society. So I always thought, you know, is there a reason why I seen that movie or something? I couldn't finish watching that movie for a while, and I finally finished it because I felt I had to finish that movie. So, and Carpe Diem it means a lot to me now, and I think of that every time. And seize the day, you know. If you don't seize the day, you know. So sorry, I didn't mean to get morbid there, but that movie stuck out when he said that. 1 hour photo was disturbing. He was a lonely man. I think a lot of people are a lot like him, but I don't think they'd go to that length what Robin Williams did, or the actor did, or whatever the character that Robin Williams played did. Let's see if I can get up there. I'm not supposed to go here yet, but I'm going to see if I can. This is very hard to do wall jumps in this one. Maybe it's me, but I'm just trying to. Another movie was Philadelphia, starring Tom Hanks. Never seen it. You gotta love Mrs. Doubtfire. That's a classic. Later Days was Gabe Warman's and Trial and Tribulation of Coming Out. Oh, interesting. 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 I'm gonna let this guy do some work here. Oh. I think Dead Poet Society is a really good movie. You know, I think it's terrific. I can see why it was really big for its time. Okay, I appreciate it, JoJo. I just, you know, it changed my life dramatically. It's gonna take me probably a long time, maybe never to get over it, but. You know, sometimes I have my days where I just completely break down, and I don't know. I question everything, but anyway, that's another. Oh, I thought I saw a bug there. Okay, that's another discussion for another day on that. So Mark says it was the movie that first popped up when Robin Williams was mentioned next to Aladdin. Yeah, good old Aladdin. It's one of my favorite Disney cartoons. Pooped up. Alright, we're going to get the spring ball. I need to stop using those. Okay. Spring ball allows me to jump as a ball. That's it. But it's really useful. It's not required in the game, but very handy. See? Very handy. Makes your life a lot easier. All right, let's backtrack. He is. Michael's watching. And this game, by the way, is dedicated to him for birthday because me and my brother liked this game. You know, this was one of our favorite games we, you know, would play. It's just this game was mind blowing. I couldn't figure out why it wasn't so big, and first time this game is just so amazing. It's godly. I look forward to playing this game. You know, there are games that, you know, that I don't want to play and I play, but this game I absolutely was like, yes, I get to play Super Metroid tonight with you guys. It's just love it. And just my super nerd comes out playing this game. Oh, thanks for the hearts. Okay. They give you this power up towards the end. they give you all the good stuff at the end. I mean, my favorite item to get is the space jump. Well, screw attack or space jump, but I think the space jump because it allows me to just go everywhere pretty much, you know. It's like, it's all those kind of games, you know. Okay. So Perry said, I watched Philadelphia after I watched Brokeback Mountain. It was an honor to serve in the military. Yes, it sure was. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I can't thank you enough. I have a great respect for the military. I have a military family, so I may have not been a military brat, but I did. You know, my dad was a Marine. I got a Purple Heart. Older brothers are vets. You know, really cool. I was the only one besides my brother. Actually, you know, me and my brother felt pressured that we're supposed to go in the military, but we didn't. You know, we didn't do it. If I went back in time after I graduated high school, and the reason why I didn't is because there was a war going on when I graduated high school, and I was like, yeah, I'm not trying to sound like a coward or anything. I just, you know, it's just, I don't know. I guess I did sound like a coward, no doubt. Weak, but I'm glad that we had so much men serve for the military. You know, I'm just thankful for them, and I'm ever endeavored. I'm not one of those people that say terrible things about the military and stuff. I have just so much respect. It takes incredible strength to serve and to do some of the things they do out there, especially if they're infantry or whatever. It doesn't matter. It's just it requires a lot, you know. The screwed attack is so satisfying than just about killing everybody. Yeah, I know. Screwed attack? Screwed? No, I just made that up. I'm gonna get screwed. All right. So, I'm gonna try something. I think it's this plant here. See if I remember. See if I remember this, guys. See if I remember this. I need the member berries. Let's see. Okay. That plant. Okay. Let's see if I can do this. See if I got it in me, guys. See if I got it in me. Well, I didn't mean like that. I don't mean that way. I'm not trying to be good today. So I'm back to about the moving thing. I am excited regardless. I have a lot of anxiety, you know, associated with moving, but I'm excited because I want to get out of here. You know, and it's I just want to get out of here. I just want to get out of here, you know. I was a little worried about my job, you know, and I can't really say anything publicly on it, but all I can say is I'm working with my job and seeing what can be done, you know, and hopefully something can be done, you know. I was off by a little bit, so I'm trying to get item up there. My hair looks rough. I just noticed it. Sorry about the hair, guys. Bad hair day. Bad hair day. It's not a good hair day. So, besides that, I need a new hairdo. I think I'm gonna get a new hairdo. Time for a change. Think about getting a new hairstyle. You know, I've had this hairstyle kind of like this for a while, and it's ugh, you know. I don't know. Any ideas? Ideas for a new hairdo? I don't want to shave it off. Definitely no. I only do that when I'm really don't have any money for a haircut at all. And you've seen that. I don't think I'll look good with a shaved head. Well, I mean, I think I do. Not completely shaved, to be fair, but here we go. You want me to dye my hair? You want me to dye my hair? Like, what color? Blonde? Red? Purple? Blue? I don't think I would look good with color hair. No. I don't think I would. It just doesn't look me. Not me. Not some redneck like me. Actually, let me go down. A green tip? Really? I don't know. At my age, I don't think I'd look good in color hair. It just ain't working. Not working. No. No, I don't think it's, I don't know. I do have a nice shaped head. I do agree. You are correct. I was fortunate. I'm fortunate to have a good shaped head. So I don't take that for granted. Come on, baby. Come on, mama. Come over here. Let's see if we can get the finger beam wrapped around. Come on. In. Finger beam in. In finger beam. Come on. So fuck it. So someone says, don't dye your hair, please. I don't think I'm gonna dye my hair. It just, I just don't think it looks good. You know, I just don't have that energy to do it. Maybe if I were younger, I think I would. Not that it's, you have to be a certain age to do it. I just, like, for me particularly, you know, I have no objections with people in color hair. None. So, I think what I will do is, grow it out long. How about that? My hair would be beautiful. It just looks so dark in this video. It's a little lighter than you think it is. So, long hair is beautiful. It's nice. I've always appreciated people with hair. You're just getting it there. Getting it long is the problem. It's just a lot of work. Oh my goodness. You know, depending on what kind of hair you have, you know, there may be that awkward phase, you know, and that's, oh my God. It looks so, ugh. Emo Matt. Nah, I've had that hairdo kind of before, actually. Everyone hated me, like my family. I had kind of like that, or it was more kind of Justin Bieber, the old school. I had that hair years ago, and they're like, my family could not stand that hairdo, and I couldn't either. But I think I enjoyed aggravating with that hairstyle. I thought I looked okay with it, you know. I just don't, you know, like my whole family, like my brothers and stuff, they all got these, you know, military, you know, short haircuts. My dad did, and my older brothers do. They always do, you know, and not me. I mean, I think I'm notorious for having longer hair than the others. Actually, I love having hair. I just love it. You know, hair is great, but it's just, you got to maintain it. You got to take care of it. You know, you call me Fabio Matt. Yep, and Mike Way, yeah, the finger beam. It was making its rounds. Ha. And Joseph Leak a pic. I do have one. I had one on my I used to have a lot of pictures on a website called lifeout.com when, you know, people actually use more websites for dating and stuff. This is a long time ago. This is like 8 years ago. I don't know if Life Out even exists, but I used to have all kinds of pics. I had different. I think some of the older ones I may have took those down before I got rid of the account, but I had I had I had some hair. I had some interesting hairstyles. That's for sure. One time I even had a mohawk, and everyone at work, like my bosses, came to me and had to talk to me about my hairstyles. Like we just don't understand that hairstyle, why you have a mohawk and you're working here. I'm like, it was at the time, it was manufacturing, and they're like, why would you do something like that? You know, I'm like, why not? You know, all the very progressive liberal people working there, like, yeah, man, that's awesome. And then more of the reserved people are like, why would you do that? It just, ugh. I'm like, why not? I think it looks cool. I still think it looks cool. I mean, I don't think I'd ever do it again, but you know, we're not gonna go here. We were just here. So Michael says, "Hey, I met my new husband through online dating 8 years ago, or my now husband 8 years ago. Don't knock it." Oh, well, cool. I mean, it's still a thing. I mean, they've kind of evolved to more of the apps. I mean, I personally like the websites because I don't want to have apps, because apps are too addicting, and I had to give up TikTok because it was so addicting. I just could not stop TikToking. I was worse than teenagers on TikTok. I was the worst. I just, I literally would be like TikToking for about 5 hours on the couch. So I'm like, no, I gotta stop. I've gotta stop TikToking. And even Instagram, I have to limit myself on that because they've kind of went the way of TikTok, and YouTube's trying to do that as well. They got those, YouTube calls them shorts, where you just, you know, keep scrolling through all the funny things and stuff. And I'm like, oh man, just leave that to TikTok. You know, it's taken over. You know, Snapchat has that too, but TikTok is just all about that. You know, they're straight up that. So, ugh. So I'm like, no, 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 no. Anyway, I digress. Sorry, guys. Okay, says, Fabio's Matt's commercial phrase. I can't believe it's not finger game. Michael A says, always listen to progressive people. Mars is just laughing, and K-Red says, haha, Voltar, yes. Yes, he's fabulous. Fabulous. I'm fabulous. You know, I'm just finding all these secrets, like it's in the back. I'm not even paying attention to the game. I'm reading and playing. I just know this game so well. It's just crazy. It's insane. It's insanity. It's ludicrous. Voltar, speaking of which, do you know Fabio did a video game cover for an NES game cover in the past? Please tell me, what was the name of that game, if you by any chance? I'm just curious. God. I don't know if I want to even know, but just tell me. You piqued my curiosity. I've asked, you gotta tell me what the game is. Okay. So, okay, so speaking of, okay, Teardrops says, my apologies for not being so chatty, starting my coordinated. Yeah, Teardrops, focus on the wedding. It's critical you focus on the wedding. This is nothing here, guys. Nothing. So Vulture said, look up NES Kart Wizard. That was him? I'm gonna look it up real quick. Wizards and Warriors 2. Okay. Wizards and Warriors 2 box cover. Are you serious? Is that really him? Oh my gosh. I've seen everything now. Oh my goodness. Alright, so so and Kmart says in Romance Models 2 to Volchar's statement from earlier. I guess he's on Fabio's on novel covers as well. Yikes. Yikes. Michael says, because your last video, I have to ask, are you and Tomas together considered dating? No, we are not together. We are not dating. We are platonic buddies. We're bros. Vulture says, look up, and I did that just now. And then Jojo says, oh no, he's gloating now. And then K-Red says, Matt, are you Metroid sexual? Do you remember that terminology called metrosexual a long time ago? Well, I'm Metroid sexual. I'm letting Metroid suck me off. Oh gosh. I remember my older brothers. I was too little, but my older brothers had Wizards and Warriors. I don't remember. I just remember it was a black cartridge. But I was way too little. It was way before me. Fabio was the old school Harry Potter back in the day. Ugh. Did you? What was it? Was Fabio on the roller coaster one time and he got hit by a bird in the face when it was? Was it Fabio? I think he actually broke his nose or something because he was taking off on the roller coaster and the bird darted out in front of his face and whacked him. Oh gosh. I need to pay attention to the game. I just keep reading your comments. All right, so I don't know what I'm supposed to do. I'm actually for the first time kind of stuck. Okay, I think this was an optional part I was in, so I'm going to go back. I think. Yeah, I got to go back to go forward. See, you got to go back to go forward. That's how it works. Quoting Willy Wonka. So. Cool. So. And Michael Aces, can you do a update King's video? I mean, update kinks, like, what do you mean, like fetishes? Like, do a video on my Matt Moore channel about fetishes? Oh, I got a ton of those. I hit them, though. Yep, Carrie, it was Metroid sucking. So, yep, I remember this place. I'm supposed to be in this area, so. I may not get every item in the game. I'm changing my mind. The reason why is I have to go to this, like, some of these areas I got to keep going twice. You know, in circles to get both items, and I really don't like that. So I may not get 100% clearance in this game just for the sake of just drilling through this game and beating it, you know. I mean, if you all want me to ever do 100%, I can. I think I've gotten 100% in this, yes. Well, I'm one of the biggest experts on Metroid that you probably will ever know. I am bragging on that. I know more than what I see other gamers playing this. I know everything. You know, except I don't know all the lore about it, you know, the universe, like the comic books and stuff, but I know I'm pretty knowledgeable with Metroid, so. I really was going to think of doing a Metroid month even. I don't. Hold on. Okay, that doesn't do anything. Let's just take that. Okay, that's just a fall down pit. So Marsh never heard of the roller coaster thing. I think that's what you're talking about. Yeah, you should look it up. I think it was a new. I don't think there's video of it, but there's just him. I think it was Fabio who's riding in the front, and I think it took off and it whacked him in the face and broke his nose or something. So, oh my goodness. Did you ever? I just thought of Steven Seagal for some reason. Hell if I know why, but I just thought of Steven Seagal for some reason. And you know, I don't know if you've all ever seen Mad TV back in the day. But they always made fun of Steven Seagal like he was like a terrible action person. Say this. Very funny. But anyway, back to Fabio now. Volchar says Metroid sucking. Hence his YouTube thumbnail for his stream. Yeah, he was Volchar. I mean, not Volchar. Sorry, Metroid was sucking me off. So that's what was going on. I mean, I'm sure some of you guys got sucked off by Metroid in your life. It happens. Now there is items down here, and you got to fall through the sand traps. I just want to proceed on with the game. I'm sorry. We'll have to use our finger beam to get up. Becomes very handy and becomes completely, absolutely 100% useless once you get the space jump. Hell with it. I know I'm cutting corners, but I think I got sufficient items in the game. Look at my energy tanks. Look how many I have. I mean, this may look like a Metroid here, but it's a mitochondria. Is that what's never mind, that's something in a cell, I think. Like a every cell has like a never mind, just ignore me. I'm just being stupid. But I don't know their names. I can't remember. They look like Metroids, but they're not. So now we're going to go ahead and face off with the snake. And this is not the main boss of this level. This is just the snake. Or whatever it's called. The Dragoon, or I don't know. They always have some weird name to it. Okay, go ahead, just do that. I'm going to blast your ass. Oh, super hyper. Okay, cool. I love that, how it died like that. I always think it's cool. A lot of games did that back then. Michael A says, yeah, you've done one before. Time for an update. Oh no. You know, and this is where I'm just afraid that if my work finds out that I'm doing fetish videos, that is so embarrassing. I think there's nothing wrong with fetishes, but I feel like that my work might see it as something bad. I'm just scared that my work knows about this channel. And I don't, you know, like they may be adamantly watching me. Like, I don't know. They probably, I'm sure they don't know anything about my channels and stuff like that. But I'm just always worried because my employer, one of my employers did find out about my channel somehow. And he was an asshole. He was a CEO for a company I worked for. And he's like, are you this guy? And he showed a picture of me on YouTube. I'm like, yeah, that's me, sir. He goes, oh. And he kind of didn't talk to me after that. So at the time, that was when I was doing some really cringy, weird videos. This is when I lived out in Portland. And he kind of just didn't talk to me after that. So I'm like, oh, okay. No, but seriously, I might think of doing another channel to talk about fetishes because I'm actually more fast. Okay, so I go on the DeviantArt a lot, and I'm completely fascinated with the concept of transformations. And, you know, some people have like all kinds of fetishes and stuff like that. Foot fetish is like the most common. Oh goodness, I hear a lot about foot fetishes and stuff, and like shoe fetishes and stuff like that. And it's just, I mean, straight guys have it too, but I just noticed a lot of gay guys have fetishes. I don't particularly know why. Maybe it's a suppression or something like that. But I go on DeviantArt that shows, you know, morphing and all kinds of fetishes and stuff on there and stuff. It is addicting. I consider it porn, even though it's not straight up like the porn you know it. It is considered porn. So I guess I am guilty, thinking about it now, of porn addiction in that regard. I go onto it occasionally, but I try to minimize my use of DeviantArt. DeviantArt is excellent for people that are animators and like to create and draw stuff, and it's a great place to go, but it's a very addicting. I like, and it's not just sexual stuff that go on there. I just like seeing everyone's work, and I'm blown away with it, you know, really blown away with these people are great drawers and stuff like that. Let me take a little break here. Let's see. Uh-oh, Carrie said pre-planned wording. Kayra says, I'm sure he's enjoying Metroid sucking. You know, if it felt good and it didn't drain the life out of me, I wouldn't mind being sucked off by Metroid. I admit it. I admit it. I'm not exactly sexually attracted to a Metroid, but probably the feeling of it without the if it didn't hurt, it felt good, then sure, go ahead. Drained me a little bit. So it was on his head. Now Matt is facing the snake. Kara said, I used to make fun of the commercial Planet Fitness. Steroid usage. I lift thing up and put them down. If you've ever been to a Planet Fitness and they have that siren that goes off, I always laugh. And, you know, it went off on me once. I just like, I don't know. I don't want to talk about it. It's embarrassing, but it went off on me once. Carrie says, now I'm behaving. Carrie says, solid snake at Carrie. Michael A. says, hey, that's fair. I'll leave that conversation there alone. I'm going to go down there. So this video that CEO has seen, my own question is, how did he come across your videos? Sorry, I got an itchy nose. How he came across my videos was I had a Facebook account, and I had put my phone number in on Facebook. And what it does is, this is before they really started cracking down on security, is they were sharing my contact information with so he had my phone number on his phone. So when he would log on to Facebook, it would go through his contacts and connect my phone number to my own personal account, or my own account of his channel. That's how I found it, was through Facebook. And then on Facebook had the YouTube link there, and the rest is history. So I was angry, and I got rid of my account after that. I killed my Facebook account because I felt it was infringing too much on my security. Now I'm like, anytime when anyone asks for like a phone number, like, it doesn't matter who it is. Like if it's like some organization, I hesitate. Like, are you going to be sharing that phone number? Oh no, we're not going to share it. You sure about that? Because how are people finding my account? So what got scary is on Snapchat, it was recommending people that I work with, like as friends on Snapchat, and I don't have my phone number tied to that, so I couldn't figure that one out. And I guess it was using my personal address book after I told it not to. But anyway, it's just security concerns. So, and so Voltar said, okay, so, oh crap, I'm behind. Sorry. Okay, Matt. I answered that. Marsh said, you should hear my story about the guy with boxing gloves. Marsh, do tell. Voltar said, that is a really good question, Carrie. I have a friend who does foot and tickling fetishes modeling. He makes bank, so maybe I'm in the wrong career. There you go. I've done videos with that kind of stuff, and people are fascinated by it. It gets a lot of views, and it would be a great market to tap into. Voltar says, something tells me Matt's videos might have struck a nerve. Well, he was his own world of politics, or his beliefs and stuff like that, and I think it was too weird for him. So he probably just couldn't grasp, because he didn't think I was that kind of person, maybe because I'm very conservative at work. All my jobs, I'm very professional. I worked in a very liberal environment, meaning not politically liberal, but where they blast music and you can go outside and smoke or something like that. It was that kind of liberal. And I don't know, maybe he just felt like when I come there, I was like one of the only few people that dressed up real nice to come into work, and I'm very professional. That's just who I am. And he probably was shocked that I'm not like what he thought I was like. And I can understand that, but he just got really weird and ignored me. So he was a young CEO too. He was probably 42, very young. So, so I don't share this too much. However, I have an underwear fetish. I think a lot of people have underwear fetishes, and I don't think that's like anything different. I'm just stop, Samus. Don't move. Okay. So, yes, a lot of people underwear fetishes is just very common. It's like the foot. It's probably more common than the foot fetish. I mean, how many models do you see that are in underwear and people are attracted to it? You know. Yes, the lunk alarm at Planet Fitness did go off. It embarrassed me. I'm like, I look back at the people. I'm like, really, really. I'm not one of those other idiots that just drop the weights on the ground. I mean, come on. I got made fun of for like really like, you know, almost laughing at me. It's like, it's okay to push myself. There's nothing wrong with that, you know. I went to Planet Fitness in Portland, and that's where it happened. And then I went to another gym, I think 24 Fitness or whatever it was called. And they're like, yeah, you can lift, and no one's going to make fun of you for lifting hard and being really serious about it. You know, we don't have Pizza Tuesdays or whatever like Planet Fitness does. You know, Planet Fitness is a laid-back environment. I do like that, you know, no matter if you're overweight, people shouldn't shame you for coming to a gym and trying to get healthy and stay in shape. And I agree with Planet Fitness on that. But I don't think 24-Hour Fitness, the one I went to, was like that either. It was like, you know, I felt people were like more respectful there. So I don't get it. K-Red says a Metroid succubus. That's good. Teardrop says, I don't have a foot fetish. However, I know I'd like to massage my mate's foot if requested. Cool. All right, I'm going to show you a really cool secret in this one. And really, really cool. I did not know this until more recently. So really cool. This is the climax of the finger beam you guys are about to see. The climax of the finger beam. So get ready. All right, come on. Come on. This is really cool. This boss is pretty, not too hard, but it just takes a lot of damage to it. So come on. It's going to spank me on the ass. Watch. It's going to spank me. See. All right, come on. See, it's spanking me. Hold on. Oh. Watch. Watch this, guys. Watch. Dead. 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 That is so cool. I finger beamed it. It was spanking me on the ass, but I finger beamed it. Normally this battle is much longer and drawn out, but I made it look easy. Didn't know that. I really don't think the programmer should have put that in there, and that just made the battle way too easy. But we got one of my favorite items in the game called the space jump. It allows me to consecutively jump in the air infinitely. So, really cool. So now we're going to backtrack and get out of here. I was just on the Smith machine, and I was just, you know, lifting weights, and I was like, you know, grunting a little bit, and then I dropped the weights back. It was really loud, though. I admit it was loud, but you know, at gyms, when you're lifting a lot and you lock it back. I don't know. The way I can describe it is I locked it back, but it was really loud how I locked it back, because it's a Smith machine. You know, you're not really entirely free, but it just was really loud. And then the machine went off. I'm like, the sound went off. I'm like, really? So I think it was kind of stupid the reason why it went off, but it was loud. I don't know why the lock was that loud. So it's embarrassing, but I was more bitchy after that. I just wanted to leave. It's like no one likes me here. I'm discriminated against because I was using the Smith machine, or using the Smith machine too loudly. Whatever. Is that how you saw that, JoJo? I thought they were just taking Mama away. Like, oh, Mom's gone. We'll give her a proper burial. So you're saying that her babies went to feast on her? You know what? That makes more sense, because this is an alien kind of world. So yeah, each to his own, you know. Purple cactus here. We got purple cactus things, like the green ones we saw earlier. So it's kind of gross. Now you changed my view completely, Jojo, on that. I thought it was kind of sad. I'm like, I killed the mom, and the babies are just taking away Mama. So now they just took her away to eat her, feast on her. I mean, that's kind of I guess that would really happen in real life, wouldn't it? The mom dies, and wouldn't some of the babies eat the mom? That's just disturbing for me, but okay. Nature is disturbing. Yeah, you know, Voltar, back to the Planet Fitness. It may be a judgment-free zone, but I got judged more in Planet Fitness than anywhere else. Makes no sense to me. I'm just gonna do a little bit of farming here. I'm gonna farm some super missiles. Gonna farm more juice here. There you go. And Carrie says, honestly, that's why I started investing in my own home equipment. Yep, I'll just show you my home equipment I have. I got it in Portland, and I've used it ever since. I don't know why I told you that, but I have my own gym equipment. I tell you guys more than you probably need to know, but yeah, I got my own gym equipment too, and you know, it's not a Smith machine, but it does work, and it's good for me. I haven't been lifting as much as I normally have lately. It's just I've had so much things going on, and I want to get back in my whole routine like I used to be. You know, I do my runs and stuff like that. I don't want to get skinny or anything like that, you know. Or I don't want to get fatter, you know, I don't want to get fat, but I want to get in, you know, better shape. I want to kind of get back to my good levels. It's just, it's hard when you got so much. I know this is an excuse, but it's hard when there's just so much going on, you know, in life. It's like I got a job, and you know, I've been trying to do walks in parks, do my runs, jogs, and lift, and it's just I'm not effectively doing it. Let's put it that way. So, but yeah, the nice thing about having a home gym, man, you just can do it whenever you want. You don't have to go in there and have to deal with other people and fight for the same machine. You know, Planet Fitness was a joke. I remember it was funny. This happened mostly in Planet Fitness. You know, a bunch of guys, it'd be me and a bunch of others, we have our eyes fixed on the Smith machine, and we're waiting for this guy to slowly get off using the Smith machine, because like, we all want to bench, you know, there's no other Smith machines available, there's nothing else, so you know, we're waiting, so we're just kind of just like vultures waiting, you know, waiting to make the move. And as soon as that guy gets his, you know, wipes it down, the bench and everything, all of us run towards the Smith machines, and one of us, I didn't get it. The other guys, I got it first before you all did. I'm like, and we all walk away like, fuck, you know, and and that's when I realized Planet Fitness is not for me, you know. I think the freaking siren should go off for that crap, you know, like Matt didn't get his Smith machine, sound the alarms. No, okay. That's self-centered. Survival of the fittest. Yep. I think we do. The thing is, we gotta try to stay positive and not be as morbid. I mean, I know about morbid in life. I'm pretty dark. I'm kind of emo right now in life, but I'm trying to be very positive, you know. And you know, I start going down a negative thought pattern. And I'm like, whoa, wait. You know, I got to be positive here. You know, I got to be super optimistic. You know, well, not really. We got to be realistic here. We can't be super optimistic, but we have to try to be positive. You know, you can't be negative because it'll alienate your friends, and you know, people. You know, some people are having much better times in life than you are, and you know, and don't take it out on them. You know, I want everyone to have a good time. I want everyone to succeed and stuff. And I know it's hard when you feel like, you know, how come I'm not here and they're there? That's the way life is, and it's very hard to swallow. And sometimes you just got to change your thinking. And I've run into that a lot in the past 2 years, where it's like I fall into that silliness of comparing myself to other people. And you know, I'm like, how come I'm not there where they're at? Is it because I'm getting old? Is it because I'm dumb? You know, and I start things that you shouldn't be thinking about yourself, like low self-esteem, and you know, it's not good. It's so easy to go down that road for me, but it's something I'm trying to stay away from, and staying super, well, again, not super optimistic, but trying to stay positive. So Yeah. Um, oh, and Sakira, is it good for you, Matt? Staying professional at work? Yes. I'm always super professional at work. You know. Um, oh, I got some stuff to get, but I'm not gonna get it. I'm not getting all the items. I know where all the items are, trust me, but I'm not going to get it. But we're going to face off with the most infamous boss in all of Metroid, and that is Ridley. The dinosaur creature thing that flies. I mean, this could honestly be like in the past when dinosaurs were around. All right, so yeah, I'm going to Ridley. So the Ridley is the cool. Ridley is cool. So Carrie says, well, if you come down to North Carolina, Raleigh, and you will work out hiking activity partner right there. Oh, okay, cool. Maybe we'll keep in touch. You know, it'd be awesome. Come on my show and play games with me too. So Jojo says, who was the alpha that got you there first? It was some little guy, and little guys can be alphas, but he was a little guy, but he was the closest, and he was quickest. You know, really quick. I don't know why I did that just now. Ooh. Oh, this one would be an excellent farming opportunity. Hold on. All right, cool. Ridley is the hardest boss in the game. No, Fantoon is. Sorry, Fantoon is. Because of your items you have during that time of the game. If you don't go around and collect any. Stop here and read some. So, guys are territorial with the weight machines at gyms all the time. At times, I guess all at times, especially when they are not using it. I had to deal with one yesterday on a bench machine. You know, why can't you just share the bench machine? Why can't guys just share it? You know, it's sort of like, no, 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 no. I got my own weights, my own thing. We're not taking turns, you know. It would make life a little easier, but you'd have to put the plates back on and adjust every single time you take turns. It would be probably annoying, so, you know. Also, I tend to ignore people at the gym have music playing while lifting. I may come off standoffish, but I am there for them. I am there for me, you know. I know. I gotcha. Kara says, if you were an actor, Matt, you should be the live action Buzz Lightyear to to Infinity and Beyond. Why Buzz Lightyear? I think he's cool. I've seen the new I've seen the pictures of the Pixar movie just come out in theaters. Buzz Lightyear, and it looks cool. It looks like a cool movie. I mean, I thought Buzz Lightyear was one of, you know, when I was younger, when Toy Story came out, the first one, I thought Buzz Lightyear was the coolest one. Like, Buzz Lightyear's awesome, you know. Screw Woody. Well, that came out wrong, but you know what I mean. You know what I mean. So I really liked Buzz Lightyear. So to Infinity and Beyond. You know, and I mean, I like Woody now as an adult. I like Woody now. Totally like Woody. My favorite Toy Story is the third one. That's by far my favorite one. The one with the damn bear. Holy crap, that bear's evil. Evil bear. If you were to ever visit New York City and want to visit the gym for the day, you've got a smart mouth near here. What? I still feel conscious at the gym sometimes, though I tend to ignore everyone and just do what I need to do. At my social anxiety, if I stop going to the gym and then I start going to the gym again, my social anxiety goes through the roof, and it just that was a glitch, and it just goes to the roof. And I kind of do what you do. For me, how I respond to is I just ignore everyone, and I just listen to my headphones, or, you know, it's just something I do, you know. I don't I don't really I wish I was more social. Like I wish I could just come up to talk to a guy and say, "Hey, how you doing?" and stuff. I'm not, even though I probably have something in common maybe with a few of them. But I think they're kind of the same way. You do get a few chatty guys there, but a lot of guys just come in there and just keep to themselves. I do in Portland when I was at the Planet Fitness there. I saw a lot of socially anxious people in that one, very anxious. Like I would be just encountering one outside, and they're like looking at me like all scared and stuff, like I'm gonna beat them up. Like, dude, I have social anxiety as well, so you're not the only one. So let me see. And Volchar greased with a marsh. Can't stand the gym. Haver says I can't stand the gym. There's so many annoying gym. Okay. There's so many annoying gyms that are size queen and fight over. Oh, so yeah, it's so annoying because queens fight and blah blah blah. Yes, I get it. Rather than do workouts, I have to look. I have to look to me, but you have the look to me, but hotter. Huh? I think I what? um. Oh, okay, Vulture. Sorry, I'm advanced. I'm on my phone yet again, so my grammar is not as clean as I normally speak in person. Small screen, big fingers. I get you. I'm the same way. I understand. So Carrie said, when I was younger, I didn't know that Woody was, so I couldn't stand. Okay, when I was younger, I didn't know what a Woody was. You didn't know about erections and things like that? Is that what you meant? Sorry. I had to make fun of that one. That was pretty funny. That was pretty funny. Okay, so we are going to Ridley. We got to go to Ridley. Enough talk. Enough talk. We got to get this knocked out. Oh no, for me enough talk. Sorry. I can listen to you all while reading. I just keep stopping and talking, so I'm going to. Oh, I don't know where I'm going actually. Actually, I don't know where to go. Hold on. Let me look at the map. Okay, we gotta go up because we have the space jump. Isn't that cool? Wouldn't that be very dizzy? Look at that. Now we got orange cactuses. All right. All right. When I was answering your question about, all right, so Nomad, I was answering your question about why you think Bud Lightyear. So I said you have that look, but hotter. Oh, thank you. That's a compliment. He's got a good Buzz Lightyear has a good jawline. I noticed that about him. He's got that strong jaw. I think I'm going backwards. Yeah, I'm not really supposed to go this way, but hey, if the shoe fits, I'll be the new Buzz Lightyear. How about that? And thank you. That's really nice of you to say that. Maybe I should go as Buzz Lightyear for Halloween. To infinity and beyond. Gotta stop the Emperor Zorg. But right now we gotta stop Ridley. See, look at Ridley's mouth. Oh, we're going into the climax of this game now. We're starting to go into the big part. This is it. This is it. It's not the end of the game. We are approaching to the end of the game now, so well, hey, Michael M., what is up? What is up? Things are going too well. No, they're busy. They're going well, but they're very busy. A lot of things going on in my life. It's, a big transition's about to happen. I'm just starting my transitioning now. So it's a lot of things are going to be changing with me. So, a lot of things coming up. So I think I go left. There we go. And those look like seahorses that shoot shoot fire out or whatever. I call them seahorses. I don't know. Fire horses. I know. I'm climaxing right now. We're climaxing. Let's see. There we go. She's gonna grab my balls. He's gonna grab my balls. Okay, thank you, K-Rad. K-Rad says the only Woody I like is Woody Woodpecker. Oh, I thought you were gonna say something totally different. Okay. See if there's anything else. Oops. So, anyone else climaxing? All right, I kid. All right, let's get this. I know that's a trap down there. See, watch. Because I know it. Watch. See, I knew it. All right, this guy's actually a bitch. Okay, this one's actually a bitch. Why can't they be nice? Use all my freaking missiles to take it out. But killing him gives me a good item. Good. I must use all my super missiles. Buzz Lightyear would have had him killed in a second, you know. Actually, what is up there? Hold on. I actually didn't. Oh yeah, I do remember this. This is, I guess you used the screw attack to get that. Where is the screw attack? So every time think climax in a video game. Let's get some mind. Someone corrected I. Oh, okay, gotcha. So I want to tell this real quick. This is the big item in the game. This thing here. Yes, it's called the screw attack. One of the most powerfulest things. All right, teardrops. I hope the wedding's going good. I hope you have everything planned out. We're supporting you. Everyone supports you. Well, I appreciate it, Michael. I really do. Thank you. I hope things are going well for you. We got a lot. Everyone's got a lot of things going on tonight. I can sense it. Let me get some missiles here. Ooh. Getting near the end. We're getting near the end. We're gonna take out Ridley once and for all. No, not really. It's only the beginning. Alright. I thought this part of the game was so cool. So cool. Music, everything. Like, whoa. Well, that's not going to hurt. I hate when I go back. We gotta go forward, not back. Alright, so shoot out blue fire. Alright, it's very. Alright, okay. I'm just mumbling now. Let's see. Sorry, I'm getting quieter. It's just getting more intense. We'll go to that later. I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. Screw that. Alright, I'm just gonna go up. So Michael said overall things are good. Father's Day is always a bit tricky for me. Oh yeah, you gotta get Dad something. You know, you gotta get him the, you know, you gotta make sure you get the item right. You know, you can always get him socks. Just get him socks. Well, I'm glad it was mellow. I'm glad it didn't. It went okay, you know. Could have went really bad. I have 2 energy tanks that are unaccounted for. One of them I know where they are at. There's one of them I missed. I don't know where it is, but I don't care. I don't need it. I ain't needing that energy tank. K-Rare says, video suggestion, Matt. Make a video how someone like you... Okay. Video suggestion, Matt. Make a video about someone can like more than you like them. Something about crushes. I kind of did... I did a video on that. Straight crush. I did, but it wasn't specifically with gay. It was saying, like, you know, when you like somebody and you find out they're straight and you're hoping that they're gay and they're not and they're straight, and you're like, oh, okay, you know, it doesn't matter if you're straight or gay. It happens to everybody. But I never did one exclusively to like gay men. That's what I was saying earlier. But I could do that. My political views do not align with the gay community, and I'm not saying I'm conservative or anything. I just don't agree with some of the stuff that doesn't align with, you know, gay community. I'm not a political activist. I support human beings and stuff like that. I don't like anyone being hurt, and that's, I guess that could be kind of my liberal side in that sense. But I'm not going to go join a protest because 10 people out there are waving Nazi flags. I'm not doing that. I'm not joining in on, you know, to fight back against them. Not saying I don't support Nazism or anything like that. I just think my views in politics are a lot more different. Like right now, the thing I care most about is getting inflation and, you know, getting inflation under control and getting those gas prices down, and because that's hurting everybody. That's not discriminating, that's for sure. It's just it's hating everybody. It's a big concern, and we definitely need to get that fixed, because I don't know how people are not protesting and getting upset and irate over that. It doesn't make sense to me. But anyway, so I'm afraid if I share those political views and things like that on my other channel, I'm going to be hated, you know. And I do have a conservative view on abortion. I'm very conservative on abortions, and I know I get a lot of hate from women on that. And I'm sorry, I'm just against abortion. That's just how I am. I'm my views on that change. Like if women are suppressed, I understand why that concept of abortion happens, especially in third world countries. But in a developed country with so many programs and stuff for safe sex and women are not oppressed, I think there's absolutely no reason. I think it's absolutely no reason for them to actually get abortions in this country. But that's just my view. See what I'm saying? It doesn't align with what a lot of gay men identify with, and I'm not. And then I get labeled like I'm a Trump supporter, and you know, and I don't really care for Biden, Trump, or anyone. The only last president I voted for, or the only last president I really liked, let's say it better, was Obama, in a sense. There's a lot of things I didn't like about him, but there were some things I did like about him, and he's gone. He's not president anymore. So to me, he just acted normal. I don't think Biden acts normal to me. Trump didn't act normal, and that really weirded me out just in their personality alone. You know, I mean, Biden fell off his bike today. I mean, I should make fun of it. That's not nice to me to say that. But it's like, and everyone was making these jokes saying, wow, he fell off like his approval ratings, or he fell down like his approval ratings and stuff like that. And I shouldn't make fun of it. That's very mean to me. That's not, you know, it would have been probably just as funny if Trump fell. You know, oh God forbid. You know, all my friends and everyone voted for Trump, and I didn't vote at all because I think the Hillary and Trump thing, that election did me in. I'm so gross by elections after that. So, all right, let's see. I'm sorry. Everyone's probably flaming me now. Let's take a look at the comments. Well, it's tricky because he passed away some years ago, but got to hang out with my friends that are my dad. So hanging with them and their kids, it's always a good time. Lots of pretend Spider-Man. Aw. Carrie says, I completely agree with you, Matt, on the fuel issue. In the city, the fare and housing is too high. Oh, oh, I think that's everywhere. It's too high. I'm moving because of this housing crisis. And this has been going on. The housing crisis has been going on for a long, long time. It's just now coming to a head again. It's just really gotten so bad. And especially if you're a renter, it's ruining the American dream. So if you're stuck paying so much for rent, you're not going to be able to afford a house. You're not. And, unfortunately, the Federal Reserve has jacked the interest rates for 30-year, so for example, if you want to get a 30-year mortgage, if you're a first-time home buyer, it's not likely to happen. That's what that scares them out of the markets. But it's people that already have a house and they're selling it, the high interest rate won't bother them so much. So you see what I'm saying? So we have the housing crisis, and it's absolutely terrible. And that is the other thing I mentioned that is the biggest concern is the inflation, housing crisis, and all that kind of crap. It's just driving me crazy. It's like I have a 4-year college degree in IT, and it's like I'm struggling, And everyone was saying, "Well, Matt, why don't you move back to the West Coast and stuff?" I'm like, I couldn't afford it back in 2016 hardly. I struggled out there. I'd have to live in those little apartments, and I don't want to do that. I was looking at a place in Portland, and and it was in Seattle recently, and it was like a shoebox apartment, and it was asking for like $1,300 for like a few hundred square feet or something. I didn't know that's legal. I guess they can be small. It was a very small studio apartment, and I could do them, but it's like I'm thinking with all the traffic and stuff, I probably would be so miserable there, because Seattle's traffic was too much for me. And don't get me started with LA. I never will move to LA. Can't do it. Too much. And I don't think I would fit into LA. I think LA changes people, and you've seen YouTubers move out to LA and they get they change. I don't know why, what goes on with them out there. So I don't want to move to LA mainly in that. I want to visit LA because there's some people I know that live there and they're really nice. But I just think LA has, I'm probably saying too much. I'm afraid someone else is watching that may be offended. So we defeated Ridley. I kicked his butt. Cakewalk right there. So K-Rest said, in the city, the fare and housing is too high. Yeah, I talked about that. And K-Rest said, everyone is entitled to their opinion as long as it doesn't spew hate. Absolutely. And some people get mixed up between, they're just, sometimes people are just ignorant and they're not really hating on people. It's just pure ignorance too. So always give people credit that. Some people say stupid things, and they don't mean to. It's just their ignorance in a sense. I don't even like using that word ignorant, but it's the only way to describe it. Anyway, I came here, sorry, back to the game real quick. I came to look for the Metroid. For the whole goal for this whole mission was to look for a Metroid and a little capsule. Well, it looks like it's been broken out and the Metroid's missing. So, where do I go? I'm going to face off with the main villain of the whole game now. Now that I have all of them defeated. So, here you go. Alright, teardrops. Be safe. Not be safe, but good luck. Okay, and good job. I appreciate for you dropping in teardrops. So yeah. So I hope I didn't offend y'all by saying anything I just said now. I know my views don't align with what a lot of people do. I'm not, when I say I have liberal views, I'm not liberal across the board, and I'm not conservative across the board. I don't spew hate, and I don't have a grudge against anybody. I just sometimes share different views. I'm not really involved in much political activism in general. I think if anything, the only political Activision, isn't that like a software company? The only political activism I might do, I'm an advocate of, how the fuck do I get up? Okay. I'm an advocate of we need to kind of help, I'm climate change, and, my family didn't believe in climate change, and me and my family went hardcore at it. I'm like, there's evidence there, look. And some of my friends don't believe me. They think I'm crazy, and it's like, whatever. But I respect my friends, and I have my my view on climate change. I think it's something we got to. It may be too late to try to reduce climate change and all that stuff. I think it's too late, but whatever. Anyway, that's like a liberal view I have. And like I said earlier, abortion I'm against. I just can't. I can't do it. I think there are rare circumstances that should be allowed, but here in America, there's no reason. I'm just against it. And, you know, my liberal friends are just like pointing in my face, you get all angry and stuff like that. And then I'm independent. I guess you could say I'm independent because nobody likes me. So it's like, are you just trying to argue to piss me off? It's like, you agree with this, but you don't agree with that. And I'm like, I'm pro-life, man. I'm against war if it's, you know, war is only necessary, you know, when it should be there. 'Cause I just don't want anyone dying, you know, and life is so important, you know. But anyway, I'm just rambling, guys. Sorry. I'm going to keep apologizing. I know it's annoying, but I don't normally talk about this stuff. All right. Oh, good, Marsh. Thanks for not being offended. It's understandable. Okay, Vultures, nah, you're good. Your view is your view. That's what makes you unique. Yeah, absolutely. And just as you guys have your all views too. Well, you're right about. I know when Marky Miller moved to LA, I thought he kind of got a little different. He came back a little different too. I mean, you know, locations sure as hell can change you. That's for sure. You know. But there was a fad where it seems like all the YouTubers were moving to LA, and I guess it's just, you know, it's the entertainment capital and all this stuff, and I guess it makes sense, you know, to go out there. But they came back. They all come back. So many of them came back, you know, like we moved back now. We're done with LA. It didn't work out for us. I don't really know the reasons why they moved back. I don't know if it's just they couldn't cope with it. It just was a different world. Is it too superficial? I don't know. I don't live there in LA to even say that, but I just know it changes. You know, some places really can change a man. You know, war can change a man, but where you live certainly can change a man as well. So, all right, so we're back in Norfair. We're gonna get out of here and just skedaddle back. And Carrie said, "Life is precious." It sure is. You only have one life, and it's yours. We're not like a cat where we have 7 lives. I think Geminis are a little... we're a little out there, maybe, I guess. Because a lot of people say, and this is responding to K-Red's comment saying, a lot of people say Geminis are crazy. For me, it's dirt off the shoulder. Okay. I'm crazy. Okay, I get it. I'm crazy. So my views are crazy. And coffee makes me crazy. All right, we're getting there. We're getting towards the end of the game. We're getting there. My golly, I'm going to beat it. We're going to beat it, guys. We're going to beat this. We got this. We got it. We got it. So, Mar says your mother's a... I was going to say your mother's a Jedi. I've been watching too many Star Wars stuff on Disney Plus lately. And oh my gosh, I keep thinking Star Wars. I fell behind, and my gosh, I like the Obi-Wan Kenobi. I love that one. I like that one. I watched Boba Fett. I still gotta watch the other one. So Marsh, so you're saying your mother's crazy, by the way. I gotta get to that one. So no, just kidding. Carrie says it's honestly because you think critically that it is an awesome quality of yours, Matt. It takes a lot of maturity to be able to entertain another person's views and seek understanding and cooperation. I appreciate that, Carrie. I just like to get along with everyone. But at the same time, I think I shouldn't be afraid to express my views and, and try to understand each other. And I think that the key of understanding everyone else is being able to express all of our views and to listen to each other. And I think that's what it's a great quality. Oh, I think the energy tank's there. I was gonna point to it, but y'all don't know what I'm gonna be pointing at. I think it's that blue part. Let's just go for it. Let's go for that the energy tank. Yeah, let's go for it. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yep. And then we will be off to the final battle, guys. K-Red says Matt is RoboCop. Do I detect trouble? Sorry, RoboCop is I saw the old one not too long ago again. It's just they're really good movies, but RoboCop really gives me a good laugh because there's going to be trouble. He's got this walk. And then I saw an old clip he came out into a wrestling ring in WCW. Oh, sorry. I got choked up there. Sorry. But anyway, RoboCop came out to the ring, into a wrestling ring. It's like it's RoboCop. The commentator's like, it's RoboCop. There's gonna be trouble, and it's like, it was so cringy, guys. There he is. I got all the energy tanks now. Jojo, you're pushing me, man. You're pushing me, man. Oh, I don't know if I can do 100%. Can I do it? Can I do 100%? Can I do it? Can I do it? I'm too lazy. I assure you, I know where all the items is. If anything, I might miss a missile. I can't guarantee it, but it's just, I just don't feel like going back to Norfair, and I'm not the most wildest on the lava world. We'll call it the lava world. It's Norfair. Norfair. What a name. These names, this is Brinstar. Like, what a unique name is that? Pretty cool. Ooh, I've been playing for a while. Sorry, guys. We're going to beat it. We are going to beat this bitch. I hope I didn't offend anybody by saying that. So I meant like in a non-hateful way towards women. It has nothing to do with women, so. Oh my gosh. What do you think my percentage would be if I just stopped playing the game? Like, how many would I have collected? I don't know if they use the map like as a part of completion of the game, like how much areas I've explored. Zebbies was my favorite name for Metroid. You know what I used to call it, JoJo, when I was a kid? I used to call it Zebbies. Me and my brother called it Planet Zebbies. Like, I don't know. It's Zebus. Zebus sounds like sounds kind of perverted. So, yeah. I don't know, like, some sounds kind of sexual with it. Planet Zebus. Women are from... Okay, men are from Mars, women are from Venus, Metroids are from Zebus. I don't know. Hey, the third gender's from Zebus. No, that's kind of mean. I don't mean that way. Hey, there's got to be somewhere for the non-binary folk and stuff, They could be sort of in between, So if anyone says I'm crazy, says K-Red, I'll have the song Maniac in my head. He's a maniac, maniac. Yes, exactly. So what I'm going to do, is I'm going to my ship to refuel, and then we're going to go back to that red door we just saw, and that will finish the game. No, we got to go through that part of the game, and then we're going to finish the game. Because we're going to royally screw Mother Brain. Mother Brain is the villain. Mother Brain's his brain. It's a brain. It looks like a chicken, actually. Well, I'll explain that later. So, yeah. So Voltrar says, Ziva sounds like a galactic STI. Oh man, I don't want to contract that. It's a good one. You guys are witty. You guys are witty. All right, here we go. Oh, no, 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 no. I always thought her spaceship was pretty cool. I didn't like her spaceship in Zero Mission. It looked really cheesy. So, I like this one. This is her spaceship. This is the way it should always be, is this one here. You know? I just think that's the way it should be. There's other places. There's a super missile there. There's other stuff at the wreck ship, but I just can't do 100%. I just want to finish the game. So we're going to finish it. But I'm going through this way. Much better with the screw attack. I don't get as screwed in this level as much. So. Alright. You all ready for the end of the game? You ready for it? I am ready for it. You ready to get screwed? Okay, cool. There's no point of return. I think I'm gonna get a I think I'm gonna get 70% completion rate. That's my theory. Creepy crawler right there. These things I always thought they looked like praying mantises or something. You think I'm at 80? Okay. At least got all the super missiles, most of them. I think there's 50. And I got 45, so they're pretty good. The missiles, I think, were 225 missiles. I think they're always around that. 225. And then the, well, I definitely butchered the power bombs, only got 35. But I do get all the other main items, though. We'll wait till, we'll watch the little fun effect here. Always thought this was so cool. A moment of silence for the victims I killed. Walter says, I'm always ready to get screwed. Attack. You guys are going to get screwed. Attack. Might screw you guys from behind. She does it to everyone else here. Samus does. Alright, we're going into a place called... Is it called Torian? The new Torian. Not the old Torian. The new one. It's the new one. The part 1 was the old one. This is the new one. This is the Super Torian. Like, you know how there's Walmart and then there's... Well, there used to be regular Walmarts. I think they still have them, but... Then there's the Super Walmart. This is a Super Torian. They got everything here. Finger beaming, you name it. I don't finger beam as much anymore. I've retired from it because I got other... Oh, shit. I want to fall in the tomato soup there. So... Okay, I don't really care. I think I gotta kill them, don't I? Yeah, alright, whatever. Ooh. Ooh. I'm gonna get sucked off. These are finally Metroids. The whole game, you don't see Metroids hardly at all. If any. It's like this is the first time you see full-grown, well, you want to consider them full-grown, but these are Metroids. I don't know what they are. Larvae Metroids? I don't know. And... no! I'm getting sucked off. Come on, off me, bitch! That's rape. Shame on you. That touched me in the wrong place. Okay. You gonna try sucking me off? Suck this. Suck me. I mean, no. Hold on. All right, here we go. Right, yeah. I think you have to defeat these guys before proceeding forward. They're really easy. Metroids are really easy in this game. They're just like, boom, gone. They're basically, if jellyfish could be outside the outside of the ocean, this is what you'd have. I'm so glad there is no Metroids on this planet. We would all be wiped away. Holy gosh. Could you imagine that? Imagine this happening to you. Watch. This would be my worst nightmare. I actually had a nightmare of this when I was a kid. I was like Samus, but watch this. Holy God, that's a huge Metroid. Jellyfish from hell, and it's like, okay, I'll go away now. It's like, no, get away. It's sucking me off. I don't know what to do. Just let it kill me. See, I'm the mother of this Metroid, in this sense. Samus is, not me. I'm the father. It remembers me when it was a baby. So that's why it's like, oh no, what'd I do to mom? Shit. You know. So, I'm in deep crap now. But don't worry, there's conveniently a recharge station here. It would be the end of the world as we know it if we had these freaking jellyfish flying everywhere. Be sucking us all off. Be sucking us all dry. I mean, it'd be awful. Alright, now we're down to the final boss. Let me... Alright, there you go. And this is the point, is you never ever save your game here, ever. But because this is only a one-time playthrough, I save. The reason why you don't save here is you can never backtrack ever after this. There's no point of return once you encounter the Metroid, which is completely stupid. You should be able to backtrack, but they don't. I learned that very young. So, okay, the shit's about to hit the fan. We gotta just, whatever those are things, we gotta blow the gates open. I have no clue what they are. They were in the original. I have to shoot missiles at them, and they will disappear, and I can go forward. And there she is, one of the best villains of all time. And the goal is you just shoot her. In Zero Mission, she's really hard. I think she's the hardest enemy in Zero Mission. And then you finally find out Mother Brain has a body attached to her, and not going to say anything. It's a damn chicken body or whatever. It's like a bird's body with no feathers. But Mother Brain's still one of the coolest villains regardless. I really don't. I'm just going to give her everything. I'm going to plow her. Well, you know what I mean. All she had to have done was this one. I'm trying to break the game. Alright, I'll play the storyline. Just go ahead. Kill me. She might actually kill me. I have to have so much energy tanks. Yeah. Go ahead. Finish the job. Mar says, "Don't worry, we got SpongeBob." Yeah. Suck her dry. Mother Brain is like, "I will get you, Captain N." Carrots, "Oh no, it's like Tomorrow War. We must prevent from happening at all costs." This part was very emotional for me as a kid. In Metroid 2, you saw this little baby at the end of it. It was a very little creature. So. Mother Brain's pissed because Mother Brain just lost all her power. It's like, you bitch! I'm gonna use the hyper beam. This is using Mother Brain's power against her. The Metroid gave me Mother Brain's power, so now I'm using it against Mother Brain, if I said that correctly. Yeah. I'm gonna roast that fucking chicken. K-Red said, "That looks like an alien version of Carrot Top." That's good. So Metroid is literally blinded with science. Exactly. That's how it works. How fitting, Rainbow. Yeah, this couldn't be more suitable for Pride, guys. Samus is officially a lesbian. She's come out. No, I'm kidding. You find that at the very end of the game, like, oh, Samus was gay? Oh, okay. Well, the joke is, you thought this guy here was a guy the whole time. And at the end of Metroid 1, spoilers, you find out it's a girl. It's like, it's a girl the whole time and playing as a girl. And that was so cool. It's revolutionary at the time, you know? Because, you know, usually there was always guy heroes, but what about girls? Girls could be heroes too. So I thought that was really cool. And, you know, Samus, you know, is just cool. Everyone knows Samus is cool. A lot of people play Smash Brothers, and that's the only time they actually know of Samus is playing Smash Brothers. They don't know much about the Metroid franchise and stuff, and how cool Samus is. Samus is the coolest chick in the universe. She's so cool. She could beat the hell out of, well, almost everybody except Kirby. Kirby's the most powerful entity in the universe. I mean, Kirby can literally eat anything and then shit it out into a square brick. Now we're in the old Taurian, or whatever the hell it's called. Taurian. So the whole planet's about to explode. I will rescue the creatures at the end, because I am very humane. I care about animals. Well, most animals. I do eat meat though, so I can't. I'm a hypocrite, but I do care about these cute creatures. They're really cute, and they helped me on the planet. Let's get off this STI of a planet. So I did not know this until I was fully grown as an adult, like a few years ago. I did not know about this part. So instead of going straight to my spaceship, you see the little whatever they are, they're cute too, and then the ostrich thing. They're like alien monkeys and a alien Oh, I'm supposed to blow it up. Okay. I was just standing there like, okay, I'm like, why is there lava coming? Well, now they're dead. They're being fried with the lava, so. I've always wanted to be able to go to other places while the planet was about to explode to see what it was like. And I've done that through hacks. I should do another video where I hack the game. And I've done it where you can really screw the game up and do some weird stuff. Oops. So my favorite planet in almost all of sci-fi is about to be destroyed. It was a rainbow finger beam. Kirby is good at swallowing anything. Oh, you got the Samus we figure? That's cool. It gets weird to me that they're in a few games. When will they be? When will they be the final boss? Who will? Mother Brain? No, the planet's fine. It blew up, but it's going to come back together because of like gravity and stuff. So it'll be a brand new planet. It'll come back. That wasn't too good. I think that was okay. I could have did a lot better on the timing. But if I get more items, it would have been... I'm waiting. We're going to have to go through the whole thing. I don't know how to do that. Disabled. I don't know. I have to speed through it, but I don't want to push any of the keys. I'm afraid I'll turn off the game. So, I don't know what I was saying, but that was Super Metroid. The animals? Oh, when will they be the final boss? The animals. I don't know. That would... When they get that SARX virus in them, then they will be the final boss. That would be Metroid Fusion. No, I'm joking. They're not in that. I think they're in that. Aren't they in Metroid Fusion and part of it or something? I can't remember. I think they are in it somewhere. I remember seeing them. They're not animals. They're aliens. No, I'm joking. They're animal aliens. Pretty cool. So, I had notes here somewhere. Joe said they are. You can save them there too. Oh, from the space station? I don't remember. I just remember getting the hell off that one. That Fusion was a pretty hard... Metroid Fusion was a pretty hard game in my opinion. I feel like when an enemy attacked me, I lose like 6 energy tanks later in the game, you know? It was pretty good. They had some really good moments with the replicant, Samus replicant, and they had some really good scenes and stuff like that, and you did not want to face the fake Samus. It just was too much. It's like she'd tear you a new ass, you know? It's crazy, crazy, crazy stuff, but a very good game. Metroid Fusion was very good. But Super Metroid and Metroid Prime, the first one, is by far my favorite Metroid games I've played. This one here, let's see if you can see it. It's lights in there. Okay, there we go. Metroid Dread. That is a game I have yet to play, and it's still sealed up. It was as I've mentioned before, my brother ordered this game, pre-ordered it, and he passed away. So it is my duty for my brother Michael to play this. Oh, actually, this is the part. This is the part, everyone. This is the part. Here it is. Is she gonna be naked? Nah, she's not. She's just gonna be on the helmetless. Shitty ending. The goal is you don't want her to see her in her armor. You want her to see, you know, without it. So that's not good when you see that. That's the weak ending. I know. I want to play that. Bad ending. Yeah, your rate for success. Oh, who said it above 80%? Somebody said that. JoJo or who was it? They said you get. Okay, you were right. You beat me. I said 70%. So 83 was it. So this game came out in 1994, and it said see you at the next mission. There really was not any more Metro games that came out until like 2002. So that's a big wait. In children years, you know, you only seen Samus, I think, on like as like a you know, sort of a cameo appearance or or actually, well, a minor character in other games. But this is her last exclusive game until the next millennium. Well, millennium until the 2000s. Yeah, JoJo, you win. What do you want me to do? You won the bet. What do you want? So, oh, well, welcome. Came out the year you were born in 1994. It came out, I think, in May or June of 1994. And that was the golden age of 16-bit. Well, I think that was a real good time in video games, was with the Super Nintendo and stuff like that. And the PlayStation really took off and the Sega Saturn took off after that. I still did not think the games were... It was cool because it was 3D. You had Tomb Raider. You had all these other games. I didn't still think the games were that good because they didn't understand how to interact in a three-dimensional environment. The controls were terrible. Tomb Raider, I thought, had terrible controls earlier on. But I think the Nintendo 64 came out, and you had Super Mario 64, and they finally started to harness the controls correctly. And the Ocarina of Time came out, and they used like a targeting lock system and stuff, and it made gaming, it revolutionized gaming. There probably were concepts and ideas that Nintendo stole, but they nailed it down, the three-dimensional world. They focused a lot of time on trying to get those games correct, because God Almighty, if Nintendo 64 wasn't around, I think games would still be not as good. And so it would take longer for them to get as good. But PlayStation had a lot of good variety of games. I personally had more PlayStation games, but looking back at it now, the Nintendo 64 had overall better quality games. I mean, PlayStation could actually have better music and better graphics and things like that. No, better graphics. Their graphics sucked, but they could do like videos and stuff like that, multimedia stuff, like have CD quality music. Nintendo 64 could not hold that room, but just the quality of games were better. I mean, I'm not talking about Superman 64. That game sucked, but overall, almost all their games were guaranteed to be better than PlayStation. PlayStation had everything, kind of like how the Wii, when the Wii came out, it had everything, but it had a lot of shitty games. The Wii did. It was very gimmicky, but they had some good games on it too. So I felt they were kind of like PlayStation in that regards. But anyway, yeah, I know I'm talking about consoles and stuff like that. But anyway, Carrie says, I hated Tomb Raider, but you loved Ocarina of Time. Well, yeah, Tomb Raider can't compare to Ocarina of Time. Now, I did play the demo of the most recent Tomb Raider. Or was it Tomb Raider? Yeah, and it's like I'm like blown away of how far it's come along, the graphics and everything like that. But I just remember the polygon Lara Croft and stuff like that, and how she was like a sex icon of that time. But I'm like looking back at it, I'm like, God, people were fapping to that. So yes, and Carrie, Superman sucked. It was my mom rented that for me from a movie store. Those things used to exist back then. And I'm like, Mom, burn it. Don't even return it back to the movie store. It is the worst game I've ever seen. If anyone else plays this, they're going to feel so bad. It was bad. And I'm glad later other people started to pick on, and then they started, catching on to it and stuff like that. So, yep. The word "we" reminds me of the Geico commercial and the pigs. Oh, when the pig's out of the car going, "we," and the mother's like annoyed with that pig. Yeah, I remember that. I remember the in 2008, 2009, or was it? No, it was 2006. Is "we would like to play." It was like the Japanese, like the Nintendo folks were coming up to people's house and they were introducing the Wii to them. I just remember that commercial so much. I remember I was so excited about when the Wii came out. I was like a kid again because I couldn't believe it. Motion control sensors and stuff like that. But I remember, so this is like the Wii. So I was like, when I was playing Twilight Princess, I was like, whew, whew. And then my arms were so sore, I would rotate it and swing the sword. And then I got the point where I discovered all you got to do is just wiggle it. You're like, just trying to do. And it got to the point where I was like, I just really want to play this on the GameCube. I just want to just want to play like a normal game. I don't want to do that no more. I don't want to screw with that shit. So, and then I remember the Wii U, not Wii U, Wii Sports. We got that. We got that. Me and my brother got Wii Sports with the Wii, and I remember how I liked the bowling one. I thought it was cool, but it was kind of gimmicky and all that stuff. But I think the one that got me, I think there was that boxing thing, and that really kicked my butt. I just remember because I wasn't really in shape then, and I was like sweating my butt off trying to box and stuff like that. And I remember I didn't do good at all on it. I remember I don't want to do this shit again. It's supposed to be fun, but this is really going to seriously kill me. So, so reading, oh, we got some stuff going on. So Donkey Kong game was my Donkey Kong 64. Yeah, Donkey Kong 64 would have been my game, but you had to put that thing, what was it? The graphics card update. You had to put it in there too, and it's like, why do I have to do that? And see, we bought it from like a thrift store. Me and my brother did, and we just bought the game, but we didn't know you're supposed to get that little graphics thing you put in there. And we're like, that's stupid. And so we got that, and then I remember we got that. My brother played Donkey Kong 64, and he just stopped playing it. I think he just got distracted with something else. I liked Donkey Kong Racing. Besides Mario Kart, the best alternative to that was Donkey Kong Racing. That was a pretty good, or Diddy Kong Racing. Sorry, Diddy Kong Racing. That's what it was called. That was a good alternative. I thought it was really cool. It was definitely different for gaming, for a racing game. Voltar said, dread the water temple. Yes. I when I in school, grade school, I was playing it at the same time with one of my friends, and we were both playing at the same time, and we were both competing heads to head, and then I got to the water temple. I've been trying to avoid not cheating, going online looking up how to cheat, but he came back that we played on the weekend. He goes, "Where are you at?" I was like, "I'm about to go into the water temple," and he's like, "Well, I'm about to go in the water temple too." And then I remember that Monday, I struggled the whole weekend on the water temple. I just couldn't get it. I ended up cheating. I said, screw this. I'm cheating. I can't deal with it. And then Monday, he's like, oh, yeah, I'm off at the Sand Temple or whatever it was, the last one. And he's like, yeah, I'm about to beat it. He goes, it's just, he like made me feel so stupid. I remember I was always competing against him. I just felt I couldn't stand him. He was like, I had to be better than, he's like, he had to be always better than me in everything, especially in video games. And I remember I found out he was lying because I asked him some questions. He didn't know anything about it. I'm like, you really are still behind in the game, aren't you? He goes, no, I'm not. No, I'm not. He was lying. Carrie says Superman sucked, which is why Superman 64 sucked. That I agree with you on that one. The word "we" reminds me of that guy. Okay, where he did that one. Booster Pack was the name of it. I was more of a Nintendo Game Boy person growing up. I love the Game Boy. I didn't have very many games for the Game Boy. Just didn't. I was big on Game Boy Color. Like that was like where you attached the Super Nintendo and you could play in color. I thought it was really cool. But I didn't have many Game Boy games. I had Metroid 2, Mario Land, Tetris, me and my brother, we shared games. Kirby's Dream Land. Crash Dummies. That was a weird game. Very unpopular. That's it. My favorite game, though, on the Game Boy was Metroid 2. And the other one I liked, for some reason, wasn't mine, but I always borrowed it from a friend, was Donkey Kong. And it was like the original Donkey Kong, but they totally went extreme to it, like an adventure game. So I thought that was really cool. I don't know why I liked it so much. It was hard as hell. Joe said, dude, am I the only one that misses cheat codes where you manually had to input a code? Now. You buy. You buy. You remember freemium? For a lot of those apps games today, you actually buy your way to cheating. So that's how you cheat now, is you buy it. Well, some games. Kira says, any game with sand makes me think of Prince of Persia. Yeah, I only played that once. Prince of Persia. Killer Instinct and Mega Man. Oh my gosh, Killer Instinct. I remember that game, definitely. My older brothers liked Killer Instinct. They were into the fighting games more than I was. I played like Street Fighter, Mortal Kombat, and even Clay Fighter. But I wasn't as wild enthused as other people were with it. I was just more of like these kind of games and stuff like that. Really good though. I understand why people like fighting games. It's just maybe because I think everyone's just way better than me. I can't beat them. I gotta win. If I can't win. I was a huge fan of Mario Parties. I think I played Mario Party 2 the most growing up. The one with the Western theme and then the space theme and all that kind of stuff. That was the one I did. And also played the Mario Parties on the Wii as well. The one with the stars and all that stuff. That one, I think it was 5 or something. I don't know. I lost count after 2. Okay, and so I used to play World of Warcraft around 2003 or 25, one of their first versions. Don't remember which ones. I think I was like the only person that never played World of Warcraft. Never got into it. I wasn't the biggest fan of online. Probably because I had trouble with like doing online stuff with connections and stuff, and that's probably why. And Mars said, Killer Instinct's one of my favorites. That's very cool. I definitely remember that game. Harry says, oh man, I have Mario Party for the Switch. I don't even have that. I don't. Here are the games. Let me show you. These are my brother's games, or was. They're mine now, but you've already seen. Let me see if you can see them. So these are the games I got. Metroid Dread. Well, the games in physical form. Now I got the digital ones. ATV. What's the ATV Drift Tricks? I'd never played that. I don't think my brother liked that one that much. Diablo 3. I think it's Diablo 3, right? Oh, it's like a collection. Or I think it's Diablo 3. Of course, Mario. Who doesn't have Mario Kart? Zelda Breath of the Wild. Who doesn't have that one? So Breath of the Wild. And then of course Smash Brothers. The game I like the most so far on the Switch has been. This is gonna be a cliche, but Zelda. Breath of the Wild really blew my mind. Now, is it my favorite open world game? It's definitely up there. What I like about the original Zelda is you can almost go everywhere, even though you'll get your butt handed to you. You know, you got to definitely work your way up, getting more hearts and stuff like that. But yeah, it's like the original in that regard. The original Nintendo's NES game, Zelda. Definitely good. Diablo is something I played in college, Diablo 3, and I used to just drink and just play with just another person, just have fun, you know. And that's all I did. Zelda's awesome. I think my favorite Zelda game though is shockingly probably going to be the one on the Super Nintendo because it had the most memory for me. Now, I'm not going to argue if some people think that one I just showed you is the best Zelda of all time. I understand where you're coming from, but for me, because of nostalgic reasons and the excitement and enthusiasm of the game, I just thought that was definitely my favorite. But my second favorite would be probably that one you just saw or Ocarina of Time. I don't like Ocarina of Time as much as I used to. I definitely did not like Majora's Mask. That was too much for me. Too much. I heard it's a really good game. I think it's because I don't like the graphics of Ocarina of Time anymore, and that's probably why I can't play it. I feel like the Super Nintendo games just look more appealing than the Nintendo 64 games, and especially PlayStation games. For some reason, PlayStation 1 games, for some reason, or for obvious reasons, they didn't age well. It's just too polygony looking and stuff like that. Really cool. I definitely want to play Breath of the Wild 2, but I will get the new Switch, whatever it's called, when it comes out. All right. So any ideas what kind of games you want to see me play next? I don't know. I have a list, but it's like, I don't know. I don't know. But yeah, that Metroid is definitely one of my favorite games. And again, I'm going to play this bad boy. It's not even opened up, like I said. It's still in the packaging. Still in there. But this guy I'm going to play soon. Not now, but I will soon. I think I might slate this for September. I might play it. I think it'll be really cool. Really cool. Kara says, I'm not into the World of Warcraft and Dungeons and Dragons. Do you like Stranger Things? It's got Dungeons and Dragon references in that. I've never played it. I don't know a thing about Dungeons and Dragons. Back then, would I play that game? No, probably. If I was from that time period, I probably wouldn't have played that. I just don't. It's a little too much for me, I think. I like more of like visual stuff and like, I don't know, it just looks more. I'd rather play this Metroid than Dungeons and Dragons. So, but anyway, I've rambled long enough. So I'm gonna wrap up the stream. I had a really good time with you guys, as always. One more comment. If you play Dread on stream, I'd sadly miss those streams as I don't want spoilers. Well, don't watch them then. Yeah, don't. I mean, there are going to be games that you've never played, but there will be games that I don't want you to play because I might do like every once in a while. I might do a game where I absolutely hate it. I'm going to try to beat it, but I don't want you all to play the game at all. It's just so bad. Okay. So yeah, so there may be those. You might want to drop in on those because you're not missing anything if you don't play them, trust me. And I'm hell-bent on still beating some of those terrible games, if it's possible. So, all right, well, I'm wrapping it up. I had a really good time with you guys, as usual. Thank you for dropping in on Metroid. And as always, catch me on Saturdays or Sundays. All right.